it will be Miracle and GH to repel them. And with double Spark Race, triple Spark Race, it's like an undead rave party right there, and Miracle will take the room. But that means there's 3, as there was no contest for the bottom. The Doom was nowhere near it.
Yeah, they don't want to give away their lanes on Vici. It's very important they get the tri-lane versus tri-lane scenario. You don't want to be in a position where Miracle's free farming on Arc Warden as a no-go.
Well, they're going to get the tri-lane. Kuro's making his way up there now. And they already see the reveal on bottom, so it is most definitely a Doom versus Centaur. That's a snooze fest right there. It's going to be farm.
But as you said, especially if Yang goes for the Max Devour build, it certainly favors the Doom. They'll just be able to passively out-farm Fatal Pause Harass.
Yep, walk up to the lane with the Fade Bolt as well. Like, this is just some easy bounce around damage, and you're 48 seconds into the game on the first wave, and GH is already in South territory.
Yep. This is a very difficult lane for Liquid.
How did GH even play that? Like, you want to consume your life, and then it's like, well, I have no life. Nice phase shift from Puck. We get to watch that for a split moment, and that's where, like, Puck is the most elusive of all. And why you start to question a little bit the pickup of the Lina.
It's just a nice... It fills the gaps in the Vici lineup. They wanted a bit more burst. They want some follow-up. They want someone to kill the egg. And it allows you to burst down Miracle's Arc Warden, more importantly. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ori go for the more Spellcaster Lina style, you know, the Aether Lens, Yules, maybe an Ags. Okay. Just burst down Miracle as fast as possible, even through a BKB.
Is that sustainable, though, once the clones start getting bigger?
It is, just because, you know, we've seen Miracle build a couple times. Midas, Bots, Maelstrom, Shadowblade. It's not as if he's itemizing for tankability, and Arc Warden really never... He's just not that kind of hero.
They're really trying to hit into Paparazzi. It's like, well, okay, force out the Fatal Bonds. Miracle is the only hero caught by that, which is probably the best case scenario for Team Liquid on this top lane. If you can get a Fatal Bonds out where your supports aren't getting ripped apart in life.
So annoying to play against.
And Puck is not a healthy boy either. Back to the tier 2 tower to salve up. That's Lina really getting up in the face of Weehar. 11-2 versus the 7-3.
It's one of the best heroes for a Phoenix to gank mid for, though. That's what makes this combination so nice, is that you, at a point, Weeha's going to get 6, and it's way easier for him to kill Ori than vice versa. Very skill-based matchup, though. I definitely lost to the Puck when I was playing against Dendy back at TI5. But that was a long time ago.
Hey,
I also don't know if I'm a good barometer.
I made a promise not to beat the shit out of you because everyone else is doing it. And I'm like, you don't need to get it from all sides, man.
It's cool. That's why I'm here.
This is the least kill-effective tri-lanes we've seen so far from these two teams. It's harass into fear almost with these lineups, and then the middle lane is the one which could pop off at any moment. Now Icarus dive forward, GH actually going in for the body block over on DY with the stroke. They have enough, but no, they throw him away. Fades there just in time. Even with the Spirit on DY, he should be able to tank through that and then south back up, and now we reset once again. There's that fear of all the consumables being burnt, and what else you got left in the tank?
Yeah. Such a tough lane for both sides. You can't make a misstep or you certainly go down. Well played by Fade. He's using the lift defensively to ensure the ink swell doesn't pop off.
Kuro just walks to point blank range with DY and Fade.
Yeah.
Miracle's getting a little sick of getting hit by these Fade bolts, but as long as he got a salve as well as stick charges, it's very difficult to threaten the Arc Warden. But they're trying to stay on top of Paparazzi, trying to keep that CS down, but it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Notably, bottom lane, the Doom did not go for the Max Devour style.
He did not.
So he's going to be able to threaten more kills, harass the Centaur more offensively, because he's actually already put
Mango,
2 points in
consumption
Infernal.
In with the Spark Raise to get a pick up, throwing away GH. That didn't hit the stun then on the Inkswell, meaning that Paparazzi feels confident to beat in towards Miracle, but DY, he's still ticking down. Miracle can stand his ground, and DY will be the first blood. Miracle will claim it. GH, not a lot of life left, but with the Spark Raise, Fade's forced to go around the corner. GH just trying to keep his distance from Paparazzi. Kuro's hoping for some kind of stroke throw back to grab the retreating Rubik, but it won't happen. Rubik's doing the walk of shame home.
Yeah, the first step is DY. He goes offensive and tries to kill Miracle with the aggro Shadow Word. I think if he heals himself and just walks away, he'll be fine. Good awareness from Miracle to just keep the right-clicking going. And this is the benefit, again, the Liquid safe lane, tri-lane. Vici coming aggressive. Always easier to recover when you are safe lane, and this is why, as GH looks to pull the easy camp. Easy creep denies, a bit of extra gold. Vici will collect 3 out of the 4 bounty rune spawns, however. You can see Yang's build 1-2-2, so way more damage and offensive capability, but he won't scale quite as hard as the Mind Control Doom did in this matchup previously. In fact, was it between these two teams, or was it when they were playing Liquid?
I think it was. I think it was the winners bracket final, but I might be wrong.
Been a lot of Dota.
Yeah, but even with 1 point, like Devour, he's still getting ahead of Mind Control. And that mid lane, Weeha versus Lina. This is getting a little bit more rough, as 6 is already up from Weeha, but 6 is about to arrive from Ori, and Weeha's going to be very careful. No Laguna Blade shenanigans.
Yeah, it's because Ori bottled an Arcane rune on the last spawn. Or the 2-minute rune, rather. That's just such a huge advantage for Alina, especially in a spam-happy 1v1.
It's actually kind of funny, too, because the mid's like, oh, can I get some bottle refills, some easy ones? But, like, no one's really dying. The sports aren't able just to TP in towards the mid lane and give that. But the build from Puck also doesn't lean that way. He went double nulls while the bottle build from Lina.
Yeah, it's so frustrating. DY walks all the way back into the jungle but misses the stack by half a second. It's really difficult to time that when you don't have boots, so you're never quite sure how much travel time it'll take you.
Icarus dive. Ooh, GH.
Did he double tap?
I think he did. Cancelled halfway in the run, which means there was never going to be the Inkswell connection. But now Miracle tries to slow down Paparazzi. The stroke off target as well. Liquid
GH
maybe getting a little tired as the Soulbind. Everyone's together. They just hit Miracle. They may just kill GH, but Paparazzi not enough health, even with a Shadow Word. They have to walk back through the Wraiths. They're trying to hang around, but now with Fade, pick him up, throw him back down again. Kuro doesn't really have much more to give, and the Stampede was used, but Liquid still couldn't retreat in time.
Looking real nice for Vici thus far.
Phoenix actually TP'd all the way back. Like, Miracle's alone now.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the reason why you see, like, Troll TPing up towards the Shrine. There's some stacks to take with Ori. He's trying to be efficient to clear through this.
Yep, that's the right way to do it. Also give some free extra levels to Paparazzi. Lina is about to hit 7. You don't really need much more than that. You're at optimal farming speed once you have the max nuke up and running. Will be the Yul's first item. Like that decision. It's really nice against Centaur specifically. He tries to charge forward with the Inkswell on him. You just pop him up in the air. Initiation disappears. GH
walks into the Light Strike Array. Hit by a Laguna Blade, and Fade provides the extra control time right underneath the Observe Ward. And that's what GH was looking to try and at least scout out.
Yeah, it was the vision that they already have placed on the top bounty rune spawn. They know Phoenix is en route, and the moment he looks to turn up, you're in trouble.
Miracle is trying to survive, but the creep wave is tethered together. But now Puck, Weeha jumps in, gets a double Dream Call, and the double hit from Kuro. Thanks to Weeha's ulti, and Kuro will hit him. The Stroke of Fate's able to reach the target. And the fact that Miracle survives to fight yet another day.
And stay farming in the lane with warding and, of course, lane control. This is huge because he'll be able to just regen up. And now it's a big question for Vici. Do you want to come back up into this lane? Because that's going to continue to happen. Puck is arguably the best anti-ganker in Dota 2. You teleport in, Coil 2, both heroes are dead, especially when there's an Inkswell on the Grimstroke ready to follow up.
They're doing something about mind control. Fade, Paparazzi, and Yang are all coming over. Now, soon. Telekinesis will be, well, one of the things to stop and they just Doom. All right. He has Stampede available, but it won't matter as Yang will get that tick out in mind control.
I think that's the right play, because if you don't Doom him there, maybe you find the kill anyway, but he's going to Stampede. He's going to make it so annoying and difficult to track him down. Better to just collect the kill, because you're going to be rotating top as the Doom. Will be tough to make plays up there, considering that Liquid has... You can expect warding, and there you can see Crow places one just in front of the tier 1 tower. And I like this. You put the troll back bottom, you've pressured Miracle about as much as you can, even though you're still a little bit behind in the net worth, your 1v1s are ahead, and you don't want to allow these free counter ganks. Puck's a playmaking hero. Yeah. He'll not farm quite as fast as Alina, so maxed out silence as well. It's interesting.
Wonder what he's looking to... Like, why would you go that? Over maxing the orb. Like, the orb is just going to be the push power, right? But
you're playing against Troll, you're playing against Warlock. You kind of want maximum lockdown on these heroes to ensure they don't get their big ults off. Could be make or break.
Makes sense. It means they're really layering on the silence once the Grimstroke hits that 6. Because then you got Phantom's Embrace as well as the Rift together. They can chain it nicely. GH diving in. Mind Control can't reach his target. Fade's already TPing himself away. They want to try and fight up on top lane, but Miracle will TP out himself. leaving his clone behind. And that's where Ori and Fade are fighting. The bubbles come down. And if Ori wants to commit for this, he could, but no, he just wants to steal all the creeps.
And the runes. 2 for 2. Both sides mirroring map now, trying to play and aggressive in the enemy off lane.
This is just tier 1 for tier 1 now.
Yep. Vanguard on mind controls, we can just tank the tower. He's actually gonna kill it like by himself.
Plus 187 damage.
Yeah.
This is how centaurs work.
Yeah, remember when it was pretty much the same ability, but it didn't have an active plus 200 damage?
Yeah.
Wasn't quite the same hero.
Just the return.
And Weeha's rushing the Veil, so they won't have that blink-in initiation for some time, but because of the Stampede,
you can get away
because
with
the Spark Wraith spam, I think you'll be all right.
Look at Yang, you're just going straight for GH. Icarus dive away to safety, cuts a line in the trees. And fortification from Liquid, trying to delay this.
Yep.
Centaur will still continuously push down the lane. Yang has Doom available, does not want to burn her for GH. He'll have to go underneath the tower, and he doesn't need it. Fade does the work.
Weeha top.
Yeah, he's actually got the dream call out. And there's that long silence. Ori unable to really have a response. Now you do at least have the connection. Weeha does not like this at all. He does not want to be locked in. In fact, now with the Doom on him, Stampede is being triggered so he can get some distance. The clone will die. Kuro is here. They have to slow down Yang. He cannot keep the chase going. And now Inks will actually stolen, allowing Yang to move closer. This will connect over on the puck, and that's a guaranteed kill onto the mid laner. And Fade wants to go for a little bit more, picking up Kuro. But it looks like Yang was not ready for the fight, and especially up against the Centaur.
Yeah, level 4, 242 on the Doom. This is not the same as the MC build we saw earlier. That maxed out fire lasts so long. 50 DPS for 16 seconds, and the chasing speed. Yang is a beast, and it's allowed him to make a ton of space for Paparazzi, who's just safely farming in his own jungle.
12-minute Midas has now arrived for the Arc Warden. So this is when you get a little bit more efficiency out of this hero. But VG Gaming, like, they're efficient across the map. They have the top 3 net worths.
It's just
not by a huge amount, but they're still there.
It's so difficult for Liquid to make plays. That's the concern. They don't have the blink on puck. They don't have any of these tanky frontliners. Sure, mind control is a bit beefy with the Vanguard, but he's slow. Ori's running around the map at 430 move speed. Doom with the drums phase, max fire. He's incredibly quick as well. And Paparazzi's farming in the safest areas of the map. And he's protected by that Orion's belt of wards near the dire tier 2 shrine. Very difficult to invade this woods, especially if he moves to the left where there's no vision from Liquid whatsoever.
And what a surprise when we start off this series, talk about the vision game from Team Liquid and Kuro, and bounces out from both sides.
Yep. This is a bit unconventional for Liquid. They're really playing for the later portions of this game. It's going to be difficult for them to team fight. GH also just now getting Egg online, so they will be able to make a play around that plus the coil. But it's finding the opening that's going to be difficult, as Vici are confident playing in 3 different lanes at once. They have full vision of Miracle, just consistently farming around this triple camp.
All right, Ori, you got DD in your Scepter. It's now finally the time we could look towards that mid-tier 1 tower, an objective that every team wants to knock out. While up on top lane, there is a wraparound as well. Trying to look for that target. Mind control gets the hoof stomp off, so the Inkswell, which is still in Fade's control, is unable to connect. Neck buys time for GH to come in, and well, that's going to be a hoof stomp stolen from Fade. He's got no way to really get on top of anybody, however, but it's okay.
That's the problem. We is showing bottom. So Vici have the confidence to just dive. You know you can force some response, and without the puck there's no control for Liquid to take this engagement.
God, they actually, yeah. Where's the extra help going to come from? But VG have 4 heroes together. They haven't taken the tier 1. You're still having your own little battle on the bottom lane. Weeha versus Troll. And then, well, underneath the Radiant Observe Wall, which is being dewarded out, they hit the Light Strike Array, and there's that Yule Scepter going to work. GH not feeling the way out.
Just easier for Vici to make plays. That's exactly what they're doing. Paparazzi, no intention of joining. Once again, love this item decision. It was first popularized by Mickey, but the Maelstrom Rush instead of the Battle Fury gives you that same accelerating farm increase, but it's not nearly as punishing. Like, the build-up's way easier, and you get that next item and the BKB online much faster. So you can go for the Roche timing a lot earlier.
Liquid are mounting a defense for mid. Radiant scan, they hit correctly. Obviously, when there's a bubble on the tower, you know Miracle is there. Actually feeling that movement speed thing you're talking about before. Like, so okay, level 10 talent for Centaur. What do I get? Plus 20 movement speed. Anything I can for the Centaur. Smoke up from Vici Gaming.
Right to their
Dire is
vision.
scanning, it's gonna ping, and that's why he actually orbs aggressively forward, but does not want to jaunt it. He's coming back for the bounty rune, and now Stampede's available. Up onto the hill is dangerous, going into the Phoenix with this, but then again, when you get the lockdown, maybe Weeha gets a dream call out, but now the rock will drop too. The Phoenix Nova doesn't really connect on anything, but GH wants to go back in again. Blink on Centaur, he wants to get in a fight, but there's no opportunities. Fade's nearby, but the clone will time out.
Love the confidence from Vici. They had vision above, so they know that there's no real way Liquid can surprise them here. They saw we had orbed and just Drum and Fade move straight forward. If you can kill the puck, it's that second round of spells that really punishes you. Your heroes are so tanky. If you can kill the puck, you don't really mind the coil egg too much because it's the next round that really starts to kill you. And Miracle wasn't there. And he can't really be there. He's an Arc Warden with nearly a Maelstrom on top of the Midas, but it's just not the same hero until you get the levels.
He knows his job, right? His job is to not be there.
Yeah. It's just the warding. Again, Vici has such great vision that they can play around Liquid's movement so easily. They're going to three-man Shrine. Coil stolen from Fade in that last fight.
Boy.
Along with the Aether Lens. This is crazy sick. And they get a free haste for Ori.
Sure. And he's got another initiation item. There's your Dream Call going to work on its original owner. Weeha actually walked in to the Light Strike Array. He'll let his own Dream Call off. Wants to orb and join himself away, but the Lacuna play from Ori. He just waited it perfectly.
Second time Weeha deaths.
This looks really good for Vici, and Ori just wants to go for it. There's that haste room once more. Another Light Strike Array. V supports, so he just can't be anywhere on the map. Fade, Illusionary orbs himself in very, very deep, but now Yang with the Doom gets over on the Phoenix. The denial! Miracle is able to do that with the clone and try and fight now underneath their tier 2 tower. Fade again stealing the stomp underneath double spark rates. One's gonna hit, and that's gonna be enough. Miracle killing off Fade and ending that very pesky Rubik's life.
They keep the tower alive, though. That is important. And Miracle takes first position in the net worth. He's done a great job collecting kills. Got the one top with the teleport of the clone, gets this one here. But remember, it's Paparazzi still just free-farming around the map. The 3 cores of Vici nipping at the heels of the Miracle Arc Warden. And with that BKB queued up on the Troll, you can expect that once that item's collected, they can move into the Roche Pit, look to force a fight. You have no BKB lockdown for the Troll.
That's when they need they need scary damage from Miracle. They need a way to force VG off objectives.
Yes. It's the active items that are going to change things, notably the E-Blade, because not the defensive peel as Troll tries to get aggressive, and also you have a Grimstroke. So the double Hex, the double E-Blade, that's what makes this combo so scary. It's just about buying time. Weeha needs the blink, but he's so far away from it.
It's those 2 deaths, you see him right in the marker. Like, that's when things start to flatline a little bit as far as the net worth increase. And that's the reason why now he's behind the Centaur in net worth.
Dude, and
obviously the map gets a little bit tighter with the Arc Warden pushing all the lanes, but
it's just so cool. Every game of Dota is different, right? Yang was talking about how he didn't go with the Max Devour, went for this aggro build, but he went back for a Midas after the phase drums. So he's going to scale no matter what.
Up. You have Mind Control getting the Hoof Stomp off. He's really trying to get rid of the Rubik. Another Icarus dive forward.
Great
the Nova over on the other side of the hill. Maybe the Rock Drop is able to create more space than it is. 2 heroes already going down. You get the Phoenix Egg off, and with the attacks, Ori will fall. Miracle trying to hold him inside the bubble will allow Wee to get up the hill, but now he's fatally bonded up. If Miracle takes damage, Wee will die. I think Wee dies no matter what you do at the moment. Paparazzi finds him in the tree line. A Miracle was ready to fight. He had the double damage rune, so he's mopped up the Golem and he stopped the pressure from VG. But the cost is so high from Liquid to get the kill on Ori.
Crazy that's a 3-for-1. Felt like it was a great initiation from Liquid. It was just Mind Control is a bit too deep. He's on the enemy high ground, and once again, they're under vision of Vici Gaming. It was a great egg, great coil, but they just don't have the damage. Yep. They don't have the damage until Miracle can provide it. And even though he mops up the kills, even though he has a DD, it's just not enough. These heroes are far too tanky. And this is before the BKB on Paparazzi. That's when things get real spooky for Team Liquid. Rune's up in 1 minute as well. I expect some sort of engagement around the bounties. And he's squishy still. You got to be careful. He needs to ensure he's positioned in the backline. His team's done a great job so far of ensuring they're the ones creating space in front of him.
Yep.
But he's very susceptible if he gets caught by any sort of stun. The Lina of Ori has a Shadow Blade. He's going to start hunting.
It's still kind of crazy, though. That double Midas up to 9.6k net worth. Above the rest of VG by 500, but Paparazzi, he's pushing in the bottom lane. The Radiant are actually scanning to see if anyone's coming towards them because Team Liquid are smoked up. So the scan, it feels right. It feels like someone should be trying to gank up the Troll Warlord. But as for the 20-minute bounty runes, Liquid will probably claim both of them, so there won't be a fight over these.
You look at what Yang and Ori have queued up. It's the same as Paparazzi. It's the BKB. This timing is so scary for Liquid. They have no method of controlling them once these items are acquired. I expect we to get an Ags eventually, but he's still 1,000 gold from Blink. His net worth is not in a position where he can think about his third or fourth item.
Still haven't really felt the effect of the Veil either. It's like it's helped him farm. We got to watch him efficiently farm at one point. But outside of that, Team Liquid, 6 kills to their name, 5,000 net worth behind Vici Gaming. This is not that early aggression which you thought you might be able to get from them, and Vici will just slowly progress further and further ahead. The top 4 net worths are ahead by a long way, and 3 of them are Vici.
They need to initiate on the back line. They've got to find Ori, the Rubik, the Warlock, anybody squishy. All these anti-heroes in the back. Yang's going to do his part and ensure that he can just make life miserable for Liquid like we saw him do when he dove the tier 1 initially. Game slowed down significantly, but a 5k gold lead for Vici. They're okay with this. They've got Max Devour and a Midas Doom. Paparazzi finishing the BKB. Soon Yang will have his as well. And then I just don't know how you stop these 2 strength cores.
It's a very good question. 150 on the bonus gold. Sure. Not like Doom's got enough cash as it is. Mind Control is there just to mop up the lane, but he can't do much more than that. So Vici Gaming really filling in that position of power, not really giving an opportunity for Team Liquid to fight back. Like there needs to be a mistake almost from Vici. One player caught out of position. The Blink Dagger might be able to help actually catch that player out of position, let the puck go to work.
I really think Vici's got a read on the timing of this Arc Warden because, you know, Miracle's going to continue to grow his net worth lead, but they recognize that none of the items he's picking up in the next 5 to 10 minutes are really going to change the game too much. Maelstrom to Mjolnir. All right, Mjolnir, now he has bots. It's cool, but if you have 3 BKBs and Liquid have nothing to stop you, that's a fight-winning advantage. You can just march down objectives. And Yang's, he's about to finish his. Is he going to get the stack? No. It didn't aggro. It takes a second to tick the initial DPS.
Oh, Spirit Vessel, that's a nice one from GH. May make Paparazzi think twice before he jumps in.
It's really good against the Troll ultimate. Sure, he doesn't get a free Satanic's worth of HP back.
Yep, he's got to time it right. Now the blink up for Rubik. Yeah. Not like he had enough range as it is with the Ether Lens, but now Fade, that same kind of presence that Team Liquid had previously, now in the hands of VG Gaming. Just feels like Vici have everything ready to go. And with the 3-man, 4-man smoke up, it's go time.
Double BKBs prepared.
Ori, the only one not inside of it. They look towards Roshan and then they'll loop up. Mind Control's there, ready to break the smoke. And Liquid, they're there, ready to fight as well. Doombringer, he's the frontline scout. They get the pickup over on the Centaur. Where's the rest of the team? Now Weehaw can see him. Still no Dream Call just yet. They're going to let Mind Control burn.
They can't do anything, Toby. Against the BKBs, they just don't have enough. And Paparazzi holding both the ultimate and the BKB, he almost died. Holy crap.
Yeah, he's on almost nothing. And if Liquid engaged, maybe they would have caught him, but maybe they would have lost the entire team. Centaur dies, doesn't burn Stampede, and they're still very fearful of the rock, because once you jump in, you can get hit by the Fatal Ones, you get hit by that Chaotic Offering.
It was just that hesitation, because he clicks Doom, realizes, oh wait, that's a BKB, I can't fight, but by that time he's already tanked the damage from the fire and can no longer blink away. Liquid wisely just let him die. They're going to try and just defend this tier 1 Miracle Arc Warden spam.
He does a hell of a lot of damage with Spark Race everywhere. Vici caught a lot of damage, and maybe this is the other thing which Vici need to be aware of. Like, you can blink over the top of these for Fade, but the supports do not like walking through these Spark Wraiths. Impossible to stay alive when the puck is hunting for any kind of low HP heroes in the back line.
Yep. And as always, Liquid have a ton of wave clear. They can plant a couple heroes at tower.
Yeah, drop some Sentry Wars, what they need to do to the northern side. There's 2 obs that are already down. And it sees it when Liquid are trying to hold that high ground. GH will be able to deny the towers. No extra gold for VG. And what does Liquid instantly do? They smoke up. I think it was out of range of that Radiant obs. And they're looking for their own target.
GH wishes he was level 12.
Just looking for a reward mission. If he plants it down, they get the information. DY and Fade over on the side, but GH doesn't have a good one yet. And now they turn around. Hoofstorm forward. They'll kill off the Rubik. Kuro's the man to claim it for 3-2-5. And they get something out of this maneuver.
Yep. So how they need to start fights. An initiation onto the Rubik or Warlock, find the kill, but Thing is, these supports can cover each other quite easily. They both have methods of breaking up the initial onslaught, but there's honestly just so much spell damage.
God. Mind control hit so hard. You'll set it now up towards the air. Stampede's available. Weehaw thinking about the fight, but the BKB's already out. Now the Dream Call will go to work, but maybe with the rock down, it doesn't really hit that hard. But the orb from Weehaw, they just disengage, baiting out huge abilities and BKBs from Vici Gaming. And what does Vici get? Vici think about runes. That's what they get.
They're gonna get one, but man, that's... I can't believe Liquid... Hang on.
Mind control, Dust. He just wants to watch Ahri.
Who's got a BKB now up as well. And you can see Liquid, they recognize the timing just like Vici does. They just want to get these spells used. And I said no BKB control, but if you get the Soulbind off on Troll next to one of these squishier heroes, he's leashed to the back lines. He can no longer dive forwards to cover his Lina, so they have to drop the Golem a bit afraid.
You make it sound like Gladiator. Let me just cut off your hand so I can start fighting with it. Pick up, throw down. This is going to be one very, very dead Kuro with the Golem on top of him. DY is the one to actually claim the last hit.
Straight into the pit.
But down on bottom lane, I'm also seeing Arc Warden pressuring the tier 2 towers. Like, they have to fortify VG Gaming, and what answer do you really have to the global split push? I know you can clean out waves if you're VG Gaming, but how can you always defend the lane? Like, Lina TP down to the bottom lane. Maybe that's why you're also seeing the BTs pick up. So BTs and TP scroll.
You need a BT's hero to be able to play against Arc Warden, and Lina is your ideal hero, but it gets scary when Miracle gets that next item, that initial lockdown, whether that's, it's really the Hex, when all of a sudden he can hunt you as you try and split push him around the map.
Icarus dive forward. Team Liquid has the information thanks to their Dire Observer on the top of that sentry. It doesn't catch out VG's obs. Into retreat, Fade. Oh, he actually has the Soulbind stolen! They're gonna nail down both of them! Goodbye to Phoenix! The Doom was doubled up as well!
You can't
and the
stop
Puck
him.
is on the run! Fade, Yang, he moves so fast forward. And Team Liquid were not ready for that Rubik.
That was insane.
He held that for so long.
I was ticking out. I think it was like 20 or 30 seconds left on duration. You can see Yang you can't stop Yang. He just gets the Doom off and chases forwards. Paparazzi now into the pit. Way more important of an objective than the tier 2. You can go right back for that tower if you'd like.
And Team Liquid have no intention of fighting this. Again, still, the Arc Warden is not ready. This is the anti-mage kind of scenario. I have not finished farming yet. I am not a real hero yet. So I can send a clone to bottom lane, pressure the tier 2 tower, but they can't stop Roshan. Paparazzi takes it way too quickly.
You can see Miracle with the Shadow Blade now. Hex is queued up. That's when he can start looking to get aggressive and buy time for his team, who have done an admirable job keeping him in the game. It's only a 6k gold lead. Vici have the Aegis. They still have this really huge power spike because of all the spell immunity, but as the BKB timers tick down, as this item comes online for Weehaw, you can see he's halfway there. The Aghanim Scepter stops everything Vici wants to do in its tracks, and they can no longer count on the Troll or the Doom to find kills, to find targets. You can pop Coil, Stampede away, and Liquid will always be able to peel themselves away from an engagement.
Great scan. VG catching out Liquid coming into the Radiant jungle. Kuro is going to find the fresh sentry wars. Like, well, do I want to attack this? They've already backed up, so he'll lose his own sentry if he doesn't. Just reveals his position for it. Mind control reveal on bottom. Pipe and Vanguard done. Holding his one charges for extra health. They smoke up. They know they're fine. And Paparazzi under the cover of a Glimmer Cape. They use him to run up the hill, but the spark rates, they work like techies' minds. If you walk through it, you know they're there. Makes it very difficult to actually have any kind of initiation out. Surfer Ward's being planted down as well, so VG can see around the tree lines. They'll only find the Miracle Clone. Weehaw not feeling that initiation at all.
I love this ward they placed just above where the tier 2 used to be. You can see it right there next to the Spark Wraith. It's very unlikely to be de-warded, but it gives so much vision, especially once your tower has gone down, because that's an area of the map where you can expect Dire to try and set up, especially when Roche isn't an objective.
The money, though, that Liquid are getting is Vici. Like, how many times can you rotate as 5? I think we were having this discussion during the drafting phase. So VG, you group up, you want to push, you get a team fight, you're feeling good. But how do you deal with Miracle? Always on the side lanes, always causing these type of problems. He actually does damage now with a clone. And yeah, you can kill the clone, but Paparazzi's losing so much life. Mjolnir is down. In fact, Paparazzi is almost dead. He runs to the other side of the bubble. Miracle's clone will fall. But remember, like, it is Aegis the Immortal. Paparazzi will be fine, but this is a tale of things to come. And how long does Vici have before this Wharton's online. He's starting to do damage to one hero. When does he threaten everybody?
The talents, man. Level 20, 2 second Spark Wraith cooldown. Level 25, plus 350 damage per. We saw what happened at VP when they were caught unawares by that spike. And you have tools now to control the BKBs. You will have the puck ags. If you can kite out these big abilities from Vici, all of a sudden the magic damage from Arc Warden, that'll be what propels Liquid into the lead. Assuming they can continue to buy this amount of time and space.
Well, they're buying it because, like, okay, the tier 1 tower is definitely, like, Paparazzi can just walk up. There's no backdoor protection on these. It's top lane. Trouble on the Centaur. He's doomed up, and he is most definitely left for dead. No one else is going to be there. While in mid lane, it's actually Ori, who was the one being initiated on 2, but it's Kuro who goes down instead. Ori just turns around, and even with the Arc Warp there to help, it ends up being 2 kills on mid and top lane, like 1 apiece, going the way of Vici.
So it's good job by Vici. They're still in a position where they're stronger. It's Liquid that need more time. They have Hex, they have the gold for it on Miracle. Puck's still 1,000 away from Ags, but like they need those items before they can do things.
Miracle is such a dick with that Shadow Blade. Paparazzi initiates, he Shadow Blades the clone into the trees, comes out, takes out the catapult. Like, sure, I'll take this, I'll remove your heavy push power, and Weeha then just has to creep skip as well. He can nuke this wave that's coming.
Shiva's on Doom, more vision provided. It's excellent against the Arc Warden, who does not have a BKB. Yang's just gonna go full Divide for him, try and force an ultimate coil. I mean, still, there's no Ags.
Oh, Miracle, there's that Scythe going to work, trying to kill off the support. You also drop him towards the air, the clone won't last much longer, and Fade makes sure of it. Telekinesis hold. But Ori's on the hunt once again with his own Shadow Blade. Kuro slowed down by Paparazzi. GH turns on the Sunray, but Kuro not ready for the fight. Can only do the Soulbind, and then the double Hex. Remember, Miracle can do this.
Too.
We are jumping in. They're going to try and hold him there. The damage output is heavy. Troll is going to go down. Remember, he's got the Agency Mortar, but they burn through the Supernova. Ori just BKBs and stands his ground. The Light Striker rate a little bit off target, but it won't matter as long as they can keep that trap on the puck. No way for Weeha to escape. Miracle's clones doing some level of damage back. Not the real one, but it won't matter when VG Gaming keep everybody alive. And they'll take the tier 2 tower along with the 3 kills with no rebuttal from Liquid.
He's playing so well. You can see the counter initiation potential. They just double BKB, run forwards, rock drops. And Liquid are not able to find a burst in the duration of the Soulbind double Hex. Mind Control got interrupted by the rock. You can see he would have had the follow-up stun before the BKBs were able to come out, but that mini-rupt prevents the follow-up, and then he's just in trouble, has to walk away from the fight.
Miracle's clone's really not giving up on this with a Shadow Blade. As much damage as you can, take the wave, take the hero, take whatever you possibly can, take the space to be creative, but Liquid are most definitely backed into a corner. And how do you get yourself out of this one? VG Gaming, they've got the money, they've got the kills, they've got the momentum.
He's got to keep playing Liquid Dota. Split up the map, farm the lanes, get time. Miracle level 20, only 5 more to go. Weeha still 1,000 gold from the Aghanim Scepter.
He needs that so much.
He's fallen so far behind Ori. The 8K net worth separating these two players now.
It's like before, right? Like you look for that snowball kind of style hero. Timbersaw, now the puck with Veil, but there's no snow.
Look at this play from Vici. They're going to smoke all the way around the long wrap as Ori TPs into tower.
He could deny that tower as well, but he doesn't even need to.
He's got Lincoln's
like, Liquid, you want to come for it? Smoke up around the back. They'll go under Observer Sentry. Courier, not worth the snipe. They're coming here for heroes, not for couriers. The Dire, they're out right now. They want to kill off Ori. Buyback is not available. Stampede already been triggered. Vici Gaming, do you want to fight this? No, you don't. Blink away. Get out to safety.
They're under vision now, though. You got to be careful if you're Vici.
Oh, they're still running. That's why the TP comes over. BKB from Paparazzi begins to TP out, but Dreamcold does not care about the BKB. I mean, well, BKB doesn't care about the Dreamcold. Other way around.
If only he had Ags. It's on the courier now.
And they would have had it. Doom, he understands, like, they must have been fighting a division. That fresh Observer Ward, Gem of True Sights on the Doom. In fact, he's jumping forward. And the Shadow Blade from Miracle is no longer that easy get out of jail free card if the Doom's there.
He's going to go for the Refresher as well. Love that decision. When you go the BKB Shivas, often you max out at the Refresher. Puck Ags is active, 30 seconds on the runes. Mind Control is going to look forward, but will not get there in time to protect his ward.
They are just mass spark wraithing everything they can. It's like, as many of these 35-minute runes you'll take them. The Arc Warden is still like, he's skyrocketing ahead in net worth because they're not catching him. Like, you've still got a 4-0-2 Arc Warden. And now Miracle puts it to work. After DY, he actually attacked the range creep. He stopped attacking the hero. He just wants to farm up the wave after just getting VG Gaming to look behind themselves, which opens up Liquid to go for more runes. But down on bottom, the initiation comes in from Doombringer. It's over on Kuro. The Sunray will give him that life back, and Doom not committing the ultimate. Just the BKB, but he's down to 7 seconds. These durations getting lower and lower.
Yang has played such an incredible game so far. He's 5-0-10, and he's constantly pushing his limits. It's not as if he's been safely farming his own jungle. He's always the one most aggressive. Even the talents. He went for the Doom DPS. Level 20, he'll have a refresher and about 1,000 gold, and then all of a sudden, as long as he gets his spells off, and sure, you can control him with the coil, but you can't stop him from casting unless somehow you find the initiation with the Hex. And even if you do that, he's so tanky.
Yep. That's where Miracle needs crazy ass damage. Butterfly will be the item of choice. So be careful, they're also farming underneath the Radiant Observer was. 2 of them down from VG Gaming watching Liquid's northern side, but it darkens the southern end. They don't see anything down there. Miracle will always play no risk Dota.
Yep.
Send the clone. He'll run down the mid. He'll farm up the wave. If he finds a support, they'll initiate on him. Use the bubble.
Roshan.
And VG don't want anything to do with it.
Roshan spawns in a minute's time. Liquid, they've got to be a bit concerned. They have, I mean, we can see it, they can't, but there's vision in their jungle. So playing in this area is going to be very difficult as the Roshan looks to spawn up soon.
That's why Kuro is here, but he's only got 1 sentry ward in the inventory. He needs to actually check the hillside behind. 5-man smoke up. They want the fight under that vision.
Look at the wrap. Look at the lines.
Does Kuro see it? He's spinning around. He dropped the sentry wall, but he doesn't see up on the hill. Okay, yeah, they do. They got rid of it. The Dire Observe was there instead. So Miracle sends the clone out and break the smoke. They initiate on the clone. Nothing huge though. Just the smoke break. No big abilities triggered.
The Kuro out. They've got vision in their own jungle in response, so they'll know that Vici are heading towards the pit. I think you've got to contest this one if you're Liquid.
Well, the clone is dead for another 18 seconds. Oof. Are they really looking to try and turn around for this one? That's a lot of money for Tempest doubles, but you needed it for the space. Paparazzi, there's your orb forward, Weeha. Still doesn't have the initiation just yet. Got the Aghanim to pick him up. He's got to get the stream call off. And actually, illusory orb's on. Weeha, 4-star down. He's able to phase shift. Can he join himself up? No, that's Fade doing that work. He'll blink himself away to safety as Kuro yaws him up towards the air. He'll get the soul bind off on Fade as well as Paparazzi, but there's no follow-up. And once again, Liquid, Roshan will happen. And if it wasn't for the Tempest double down on bottom lane, there'll be no other pressure applied to VG.
DY buying out of Vlad's for this fight, just with a little bit of damage amplification, along with the lifesteal for the troll.
Just in case
every little bit.
Enough. He never drops. The clone did reach the tier 3 tower with the creep wave, but it timed out. Now, here comes Liquid. The orb flies in from Weeha. He knows it's low. They don't want to go for it. That's a lot of stuff sitting on the ground because now it's the Nova already down. They got Yang trying to beat through it under the cover of the BKB. The Nova will stun both Ori, but what was on Supernova? Rubik actually got it. He'll look for the target. The rock will drop over on Centaur. Isolated slightly. Miracle sending his clones up. Sees Fade over on the sidelines. Can he get the Supernova off? He will not. Miracle finds that kill already with the clone. Then moves over towards Ori, but Paparazzi, they'll take care of it. There's still a 1-for-1 trade-off, and that could have been a hell of a lot worse for Liquid. But Aegis Immortals on Paparazzi, and he's ready to go.
At some point, they got Fade, though. They killed the Rubik before the egg could become an issue.
Even if they didn't, like, if VG Gaming backed off and that Supernova was sitting inside the Rubik, that would have been probably even worse. Because VG, that's set up.
Well, that's real Miracle, TPing bottom.
It is, yeah, she made a copy. Goes Invis.
Oh,
the Doom is
he
looking
scanned
for
him out, he knows.
Looking in the trees with the Shiva's Guard. The clone's already riding for the tier 3 tower. So Miracle gets some chip damage in.
If he had guessed the right direction, I think he kills Miracle there. There's no Lincolns, there's no protection. Yang can just sheave his BKB, get the Doom off.
This is obviously Miracle's plan, though. Always push the bottom lane. How many times have we said throughout this tournament? The Radiant always have issues with the bottom lane. It's always pressuring in, which means there's always an opportunity if you can just chip away at the tier 3 town bit by bit. The VG Gaming pushing high ground ends up with them losing a rack, especially if the real Miracle goes.
GH about to be level 18 soon. Then that egg becomes far more difficult to take out. As expected, Ori does itemize for the Ags. It's just so much burst damage. They want to be able to kill Miracle. You look at his net worth, he's about equal to his 2 cores combined.
Yeah. But it's going to be so hard for the rest of Liquid, right? They're taking all the farm. So unless they find kills like Weeha, he doesn't see Ori, but he will find the Doombringer. Quick blink away. But for the Orbs, able to connect.
Rune's about to spawn. You're going to get 2 for Liquid bottom and an Arcane Rune. Unless Yang can beat him to it.
Yeah, that Doom moves very quickly. An Icarus dive up. At least allows them to catch both the bounties on bottom, but there's the Refresher Orb for the Doombringer.
Just about getting your spells off if you're Vici. I love the Satanic build on Paparazzi as well. Status resist, man. The Hex is not nearly as threatening as it is on other sorts of heroes that cannot afford to itemize in this manner.
Yeah, look at this, GH is having to play the side lanes this time around. They can't risk the Puck too much anymore, but having Puck with the Orb upgrade, now we actually see Weeha having to play that side lane with the Tempest double, but they're hunting. Kuro and Mind Control are waiting for Ori, as well as Fade, who is sitting in the tree, so Mind Control is going to reveal himself first. Ari's keeping his stacks up, but he's actually BTing in towards the mid lane now.
Yep.
They've had enough of this. But what have you got? You got Miracle's clone pushing the wave back out. Like, how do you get farm if you're Team Liquid? Like, Miracle's taking everything.
It's tough. I mean, it's good in some ways, but...
Yeah, it's hard in the others. You're the only hero.
Pretty much.
Now he's building in for an MKB as his next primary item.
Yep. He's going to have that finished on the Troll. It's on Courier right now, along with the Tome. He's hit level 25, Battle Trance will strong Dispel. MKB, it's just such a huge pickup because now he'll be able to actually threaten Miracle even inside of the bubble. It won't work on structures, of course, but he can at least potentially go range for him and beat into that Arc Warden if they find some sort of control.
Yeah, we look at both sides, like both Troll and Arc Warden having it. So Miracle, yeah, bubble is up, but he walks in. Man, that damage, Paparazzi. What do you think you've got? There's a lot of damage still from Miracle, but then, of course, Satanic gets all of his life back. A little bit more trouble over on Puck, doomed up and brought down.
Gem down as well. Weeha, not again, not like this.
That's now 2 gems into the hands of Vici Gaming. 1 on Doom, 1 on Rubik. Vision game from Liquid just got 10 times harder.
Yeah. They're just playing so well around the map. Vici Gaming.
Wait, did he just... Okay. He rebought the Refresher.
Yeah. He bought it and sold it because he wanted to have buyback. Now he has both and 85 gold. This is about as good as it gets for a Doombringer.
I still want to see how Vici end this. Going high ground without a bad trade-off. This is the best position these creep waves have been in a very long time, all on the dire side of the river. I don't know if I like it this from Mind Control. He'll have to wait for the next wave.
It's all about the level 25s. Miracle, he's 1.25 levels away.
Yep. There you go. He's going to grab the next wave up on top lane, hold him back. Got fortified the wave up, and it's actually with the TP in. Doom, he's looking for the hunt on Mind Control, but he just blinked to probably the closest point in the tree line away from every other position the VG Gaming was looking for. Buying more time and bringing very close towards that Aghanim Scepter of the Centaur. Some kind of save for Team Liquid from VG's initiation.
Yeah.
Something to get them away from that double Doom.
The gold at this point isn't really Liquid's concern. It's getting their heroes online as far as levels go. Level 20 for the Phoenix, whether he gets the Icarus dive or the 1.25 second stun duration on an egg, which I think is going to be the choice here. It's huge for his hero. Miracle, we already know what he needs. 25 for the Spark Wraith damage. That's what's going to make it truly really difficult for Vici to penetrate base, but for now, they don't have this online. There's no Aegis, so Vici are content to just keep Liquid in the base.
Cheese is actually in the backpack for the Troll Warlord. That's not going to do him much good there. But what else do you want to switch out? Your phase boots?
You need boots here. You need the mobility.
It's like you want...
Ags Doom next.
So Doom's going to go for the double Ags ultimate.
Oh, GH got him with the Tinker Ward.
GH can't get away from this one.
Yeah, and it's like watching a chess match. You're like, oh, they got me there? I know what happened.
Doom instantly TP, BT's up towards the top lane. They want to make sure this lane pressure continues. They just have to creep skip out almost VG Gaming. They need to be able to grab the creep wave in the bottom, almost like a lone druid would with the bear, drag it to the mid, so we don't have to keep looking behind all the time. That's why this game is hitting 44 minutes. Vici Gaming are 17k ahead. They're looking good. They're itemizing everything they need for the team fights. The problem is they never have the opportunity because they're either cleaning up their wave or they're waiting for Liquid to come out of position. But there's a reason why Liquid are not getting the levels. They're not getting the money. Yeah. It's because Miracle's doing the push for them. It's very much a tinker game.
Yeah, you might be in a position now as DY takes some experience. He's trying to get level 25 and that Aghanim's up. But you could have 4 heroes level 25 on Vici before Miracle hits his. And at that point, you gotta figure they'll look to make something happen. But Roshan can spawn in a minute to 4 minutes. That'll be the Ags and Refresher?
It will be...
No, it's just the third.
Just the third. Just the third. We'll get one of the two.
Lena already has one.
Vici got all 4 bounty runes for the 45-minute mark. So that's a lot of money. 21k is now the advantage for Vici.
I can't remember who said it. It was either Zhao or ZSMJ, but you know, what is a gold lead?
He's forward. The Stampede already out. Sento just wants to get the hell out of here with the Dream Call as well. Is there a way to get away to safety? Kuro inside the trees will complete his own TP out. More problems for Centaur. He's got the only place he can hide, but now they get the vision. Retaliate, okay, not exactly what they was hoping for, but you'll take it. Laguna Blade to get the kill on Mind Control. But the push is again in mid. They go to bottom lane. They get him to look behind and look instant TP from Doom. He knows he needs to push the lane in.
It's more important that he hunts. That's the thing. You've got to make sure that Liquid is afraid to play the side lanes. Find a kill in one lane, immediately sweep the map with a teleport as the rest of your team cuts across to follow.
Smart maneuvering from Weeha, not going up the lane where Paparazzi would have chased. GH gonna find his own target. Whoa. A quick Icarus dive away. Doom doesn't have the ultimate up, but it won't stop from Refresher orbing. VK being GH cannot keep that Icarus dive going. Begins his own TP out. There's Yulsep up, a Miracle. He comes in with
I believe from a tome, and then that's why the Doom dies. It's the same thing we've seen all game, but instead of now just being a harmless harassment, it's a kill. Yep. It's a kill solely because of this insane damage spike. It's like double damage on your Wraith.
Sure. Good luck, VG. The clones are coming out. They're looking.
Oh my God.
They are everywhere. This is why Techies isn't in the meta. You have Arc Warden. They jump forward, Fade, he's close, Miracle. He wants to go for this, but the clone will come in through the back line, looking for it instead. Dream Call, over out, maybe with a Spark Ray, send him up towards the air. They'll come down pretty hard with the Dream Call holding Fade there. He's protected by the Aeon disc.
God, it's just now, Vici. You got a 21k gold lead. It's about as big as it's been, but Liquid are confident to make this play. They've got 5 alive. Jang's still dead for 30 seconds, and they know his Refresher's on cooldown.
Mind Control sees DY. He wants to get the jump on this. He wants to make sure there's no Fatal Bonds and Rock, but they have to kill him fast. That's the problem. Weeha, still no Dream Call, still no big AoE control. Paparazzi, he'll turn around. The clone begins the fight with the pickup. Mind Control in the double hop stop. They'll catch out the Rubik, but the Rock creates the extra space. Defensive Yulsep up in the air, but they're still bound together. Fade needs the distance, but there's a hit from Kuro. It's the stroke of fate. They clean up the Golem. They look in towards Roshan.
God, it's like, you think it's a repeat of the winner bracket final, that third game where Vici close out the series with this methodical patience, eventually just overwhelming Liquid, but I think they might have waited too long, Toby. This Arc Warden's a different beast. He's doing like double deep. It's not fair. This is not fair.
Hey, this is Dota. You beg the question. VG Gaming, how many items did you need before you could make a play? It's difficult against clones. You don't get that wrong. Mind Control, they're trying to finish this tier 2 tower. They've got it as well. The Arc Warden is inside the pit right now. They're still waiting for Roshan. How? What the?
Arcane Rune.
What is this? Okay.
Dude, it spawns in 16 seconds.
Is this an instant kill?
No way, it's not an instant kill, but
it's gonna be close.
30%.
How many? How many? Can you actually spawn?
Oh, keep doing it.
We need a counter. All right, Roshan, here we go, man. From 100 to 0. Get blasted!
Holy shit!
It's Dota. It's Dota. Don't you love some Dota?
Refresher up now. With that went to the puck. You have double Dream Coil. The thing is, you can't run out of the coil, Toby, and by the time you do, your BKBs are faded and spark rates. It feels like even though they're still 12K ahead, Liquid have just moved into a dominating position in the game. You have a Linken's up on the Centaur, so you give some method of preventing the Doom. There isn't much to cancel on the side of Vici.
You had a 40,000 experience advantage for VG Gaming. This has made a downward spiral to about 25K. The gold is continuing as well. And VG Gaming, Kyle, I'm asking this question 50 minutes into the game. What do you do? Do you smoke out? Do you initiate? Do you actually try and fight
this? Not anymore. Tony, you had that chance a while ago, but you notice how when they had their timing, like...
They're going to disagree with you, Kyle. Just like we disagree with Roshan being one hit down by the Arcane Wrist Spark Race. The Tempest double has already arrived at the Tier 3 tower. No one's here to defend. If you want warning bells, it's ringing. We've got the largest spell in the world, according to Shiva, right here in Moscow.
But look at Liquid, they're not in their base any longer. Because they have these talents online, they're now playing enemy high ground. This is the perfect spot as Dire's side. Play the top shrine area for Radiant.
Hi, Courier. Are you worth it? That's worth it. It's the Linken Sphere down, but they're exposed in the backline. Mind Control looking for DY. He's so close. The Hofstomp, they'll get the initiation out with the Hex Control. They've brought him down. Buyback to Babel. They're coming over towards the shrine. The Supernova's already there too. But now Warlock can actually get through the rear. You actually have the three-man coil.
That's a refresher on GH.
Extreme coil actually stolen. Return back over. And with the Supernova, have they got enough? No, they don't. It can't pop. Miracle's actually dying. The Eagles Immortal will burn. But VG Gaming be fighting. Push him back. DY's there to fight. They all got fatally bottled up. Puck couldn't do anything else either.
Miracle.
Yang's on the run back out. He'll go down. Miracle actually getting the streak. You'll lose Puck. Buybacks are heavily available. Paparazzi claims a triple kill. And Liquid are all dead.
Way too aggressive, Toby. GH, I love the second egg, but you can't do it in the middle of the fight. There were 5 Vici heroes alive, and you just go just in. You what?
But this is why VG wanted to come out. They smoke, they fight, and they have to have confidence in themselves. But Miracle, he's got a whole bunch of raids, but these golems are immune. But then again, maybe Paparazzi is not as immune. The clone, it will die. Another one bites the dust.
And DY had the buyback as well. So not only does he spawn these huge golems with spell immunity, by the way, because he's got level 25, he respawns to drop more.
Ooh, hello. Dragon Scepter Phoenix now up.
Liquid have to, they learn their lesson, all right? You can play into Vici as they run up your high ground, but you cannot just fully commit, especially if Vici still have BKBs available.
Hey, VG also learned that lesson. They knew where to play around. You didn't care about the Warlock dying. Liquid to reveal their position, they can play it back. And the Rubik on the back lines, he did so much work. He hit the 3-man Dream Call out. That's kind of why GH was totally isolated in that mid-fight. They had no way to move properly.
Yeah, and it's so crucial.
Another Academ Scepter are going to arrive. I'm waiting for the one on the Rubik because then he gets to buff up everything else, but the Ags is there for the Warlock. And he's almost, he's already 25, so we're good.
And Kuro, that Courier dead for 50 more seconds. He had a Linken's. As soon as he gets his, you have 2 available, and they can do exactly what they're doing now inside the base, which is just spamming on top of Miracle. Try and make sure he stays alive. Abyssal should be prepared on the Troll. They got a blink queued up on Paparazzi too.
So buybacks are fantastic for VG.
Yeah,
they only have 1 down, so yeah, let's go for it.
Name of the game, kill Miracle. Liquid,
that sounds like a good
keep
game.
Miracle alive.
Sure. Let's do that by hiding under our tier 4 towers.
I want us to put the camera there. It's just, you can look at the positioning.
Under the tier 4s. Hey, do we have to move out? Let's do a perimeter check. Like, just how many of these spark rays? These are techies. If you like this, you like techies. I like this, Kyle.
it's like a good hero version of techies, Toby. It takes a long time to come online. This doesn't mean that you're going to increase your MMR. Refresher Doom available in 30 seconds.
Here comes VG. Linken Sphere, hello. That's one way to keep Miracle alive. Just any kind of protection. However many layers you can put on. In this case, if you do use multiple layers, it is safer for you.
Tome, I love Liquid. They're always just ensuring Tomes go onto the proper heroes. Phoenix wants his 25 ASAP.
What's Miracle do? He's building Yule Scepter. He actually lined up Yule Scepter?
Yep. And keep in mind, with the Ags, you get 2 more hits possible on the egg, which he did take the increased duration talent. If GH can get these eggs off, really just the one. He had the refresher shard earlier. almost to his dismay. If he had just chilled on the high ground casting Sunray, perhaps that fight goes Liquid's
The
way.
Miracle Clone's going to find the two heroes on the side, and he wants to try and do as much damage into Paparazzi as possible. Yang, Orb Storms out, Fade's going to be there, Ori as well. Remember, this is just the clone, but you see how much of a threat it is. The Tempest double is up in 12 seconds again. And you've still got to go through the Spark Race.
You still need to get up the high ground, Toby.
Yep.
And
I'm not going to say it's easy. Look at him. I think they're waiting for the 4 TPs down to the shrine on bottom. It's like, all right, guys, let's go for the runes. We'll switch our approach. But the Spark Race, you can set them up so quickly that even if you switch the lanes, it doesn't even feel like you get around them.
I'm trying to get a feel for, like, what's Vici need? They're maxed out on all 3 of their cores.
They're holding out for a miracle.
You could Ags Synth, but you already have 2 Ags up on 2 cores, so at least you get the extra item slot. But you know, if you weren't willing to go high ground before, what do you get? Is it a double rune spawn? Do you need a DD and an arcane? Bloodthorn, a miracle.
Okay, he really just couldn't make up his mind of what he wanted now.
What's he sell?
He doesn't. He just switches the BTs in and out. Like that's it. Like maybe the Shadow Blade, because he didn't really feel like he needed a Silver Edge yet either. So yeah, there it is. The BT's in the backpack, and now he's just like, he's just a frontline tank, but he'll need to shift the BTs in when he wants to split push out. Easy enough, he can manage that.
I will say, if Vici managed to win this game, it'll be, I think, the most impressive thing I've seen all tournament.
If Liquid managed to win this game as well, considering what they have gone through. Like, VG still have so much to fight with. They just never get the fight they want.
Yeah. They're probably as confused as we are. It reminds me of that, remember that, what was it, like SFZ Cloud9 game Owen casted for like 3.5 hours? There's just a sniper with rapier in the base. This feels almost more annoying to try and push into.
Hey, I wanted to see you on the front side. So, Kyle, please analyze this as the status quo remains the same for a very long time.
But the thing is, you know, people respond to incentives, Toby. Why would Liquid ever leave the base until they get an advantage?
They don't need it.
They need vision to win the game. Both sides. It's all about the jump. If you can get a Doom off on Miracle, you can find a way to blow him up. Just drop all your spells on top of the Arc Warden. That's how you're going to win the fight, but he's not going to let that happen.
It's not even how you win the game. Like, okay, so you need to push while the buyback's down. Short 2.5 minutes, but Liquid have many different counter push ways from a very long distance. Yeah, so how you can't go up.
But the thing is, this game, it's tedious. Very tedious. But at a point, there's going to be a fight, and in 2 to 3 seconds, the winner of this game is going to be decided. Or at least the fight. We'll probably have a whole round of buybacks.
Let's give it 3 to 4 minutes of a fight, because you do have like 10 buybacks that will be committed during that big engagement. And then it's all about who diebacks. Like that's how you lose control of this game.
Lena, I mean, he got the synth upgrade, so now Ori was able to sell the Ags for Octarine. Has a Linken's as bots too, but you know, what's next? What?
Yeah. What more do you really need?
Moonshard on the troll, like Vici, they're slotted. They have extra items consumed. It doesn't get much better for them.
You know what we actually need? We need a wave of flying couriers with Dagons on them again. Like, we need to put some level of efficiency into that. Bring it back. It was great. You
know, Wii's game wasn't ideal. And oh, what? Okay, I was like, all right, Wii's got the GPM talent, but he actually went Dream Coil Rapid Fire, and he's got a Daedalus queued up.
Woo. Hello.
So he can blink in, coil.
Now they should get some damage out.
Yeah, a lot of damage out. And you think about how much spread damage they already have. If the egg's able to go off, if you can just phase shift in the center of your coil and crit everyone for the 8 seconds that the coil's holding you in place, even through BKB.
We got Roshan in 56 seconds. And this one will have Ags and Refresher all available inside of him.
Who does it help?
You don't give it to Yang, you give it to Rubik. Rubik is actually the best scenario you've got. Or the Rock. You can get double golems down. If he's got space, he's got space in the inventory. He's still holding the cheat.
He has an Ags. Okay, like the Ags has to go to Fade. He's the only one that doesn't have one yet. Doom and Lena have both synthed already. I don't like Troll, I guess, could get one, but
you know what I like? It's like how all these different things have actually been added to Dota to allow us to have faster games. But there's also things being added to Dota to allow people to 8-slot. Like, so these late games get crazy. So yeah, Liquid are coming up. The Arc Warden's under the smoke. He's got a clone pushing down the bottom lane. So again, split push pressure, but Liquid goes down. Back is available.
That is both BKBs on Yang, though, and now Miracle's Clone's gonna walk right up into him.
Oh, man. It's just the clone. Yang, he's burned the BKB. Kuro protected by the Lincoln Sphere. Miracle trying to let the clone go to work. He's looking for any kind of pickoff he can. Already triggered off that Aeon disc. Paparazzi, he found Kuro into the back lines, but then four staffs. They're up from Liquid, looking for the extra kite. Kuro, he needs the distance, and he's got the Bubble Boy. He'll be okay. The bottom lane is still pushing in. Watch that Tempest clone force Vici into a position where they have to guess, like, do we, actually no, they're already TPing. Ori has to go down there. Roshan's up, the 60-minute bounty runes are up, Yang's got the ones on the bottom. I think DY will take the ones up on top of Paparazzi. How quick can you do Roshan? The clone's on bottom, it's pushing the tier 3 tower. Vici have a choice. They're going for Roshan at the moment, they'll commit to it, Paparazzi has to. But smoke from Team Liquid, they come out once more. Roshan's already done. The tier 3 tower on bot is practically dead.
Who gets the items?
But they know Ori is down. So Yang's here on the front lines. Weeha, he just phase shifts, blinks away. The Shiva's Guard won't catch anyone. Yang, he's trying to catch up to Weeha. Lincoln Sphere is protecting Weeha. Goes for the Infernal Blade. Lincoln's will now time out. And now is time to build the wall of ghouls. Or send another clone down towards bottom lane and just cause Ori problems.
The gold lead is absurd, actually. 42,000 gold, by far the largest we've seen in this game. But it's less relevant because there's simply nothing that these Vici heroes can spend it on.
Miracle really just doesn't care about Ori. Ori can BT back in again, so he's got no issues with this at all.
Just gonna read out some of the gold numbers real fast.
Okay,
Ori, 10,000. Yang, 10,000. Fade, 8,000. Paparazzi, 7,000. So really this gold lead's more like 6 or 7K. Obviously they'll have buybacks galore.
You know what? This reminds me of like, she's like, whose Dota is it anyway? Welcome to the show where the gold doesn't matter.
Hey, maybe it does, Vici. They're knocking on the door now. They've got vision up on their own.
But they won't be ready for this puck ultimate. The Daedalus is done. So if they get caught out from this, Paparazzi's the first one forward. It's only the clones. Mind control gets the hoof stomp. They want that extra time to attack. Even with the Phantom's embrace, they slow him down. They just want to break him. But then Paparazzi, he'll burn off the Satanic. Mind control, stampede away. These BKBs have been burned. So even if Paparazzi does have the Aegis, he's got to be careful. They can kill him twice over. But the Spark Rays keep doing their work. They've run out of the creep wave. The mid lane's not there either. There's only so long they can do this. Fortifications available from Liquid. They'll burn it. They need to clean up the second wave that's coming in right now. Miracle sends the clone in. Paparazzi still low on life, but Satanic, 8 seconds and it's back up again. But there goes your creep wave. How many clones must die for the service of Team Liquid? Paparazzi runs forward. He's getting hit by the Fire Spirits. Doesn't really slow down his attack that much. They still want to beat through it, but the tower, Yang, he got the initiation. He got the real one. The Lincolns came way too late. A 4-star back. They have to get him into Fountain. Miracle, he has to buy back. No other choice. VG Gaming are in their home. And must be repelled. DY saves both of his golems over towards Miracle. In fact, all three of them. They're trying to keep him zoned down. But Kuro, he gets the soul bind together. This will break the Aegis to the Immortal. Where is the Nova? It actually got off with the stun down. Doom can't go anywhere. Ori is trapped as well. Mind control, keeping the chain control there. And they have enough. Miracle actually survives. Even with the 3 golems there, they don't care. Mass buybacks coming in from VG Gaming. They're all buying back. They want to keep the pressure going. There's no Miracle to fight this one out. He's just got the clone only. Mind control on a B-stick of life. VG Gaming, they want to force the issue, but it seems so damn bloody hard. Miracle has not for kill. Even in death, he fights it out. Ori wants to get back in again. Weeha, the Orbi won't connect. He'll have to buy back. He didn't join himself forward on this one. Mind control needs the attack, needs the opportunity. DY has an ultra kill with the unstoppable. This is like the Burning Crusade. Mind control, where is your attack? Where is your stun? The Yorster sends him back up again. Mind control's now the one being attacked back at the base, but VG Gaming, they committed every single buyback they've got, and there's no one else to come back. It's literally Warlock versus the world. And he may go down. Here comes Kuro, but he doesn't see him. He actually hits the stun though, inside the trees. The Glimmer Cape will wear off in a second. GH, he's got to check the trees. He's got to look for DY. Mid lane's being pressured in the meantime as well. They're attacking the tier 3 towers. Now DY trapped out. There's no one there from VG Gaming. They are all gonna be dead if DY will finally bloody die.
Weeha's going for the throne.
He's TPing back. Weeha, what's Puck got? He picked up a Desolator. He's gone for the Dream Coil. He just wants to hit DY inside the fountain. He gets the kill. They're all down for the count. Liquid, they're going to try and end this one. Buy back anything you've got. Get to the front lines, the tier 4 towers. It's a rug sale. They all must go.
It was one attack, Toby. The Lina attack was mid-air. It would have killed Phoenix and Puck with no buyback. Instead, they're still alive, and they win the game!
Team Liquid fight back and give us the decider! The last major for this DPC season! And we're gonna try and end it in style! Two amazing teams! Fantastic strategies from both sides, but only one can win that game, and it could have been either way.
Oh my God, it's a... You can hear the crowd, man. They've been here all damn day. They've been waiting for something like this.
Even with VP out, you're hearing chants going for both sides. Vici and Liquid. Everyone's here to see some fantastic Dota, and everyone's got what they came for.
And this is what I love about Team Liquid. I don't care how big your lead is. I don't care if they have to sit in base for 30 minutes waiting and watching. You need to beat them. They are not going to make those huge game throws. They're not going to make some game-changing mistake. They recognize what their win condition is. They Miracle bought back. They sat in base until it was back online.
You know, I think Miracle broke the counter. I'm seeing 690 last hits on there. I do not believe it for him at all.
Dude,
like, they were everywhere.
He was the first person to die after buybacking. Yep. There was a point where it was like 5-on-4, and somehow the rest of his team like win the fight for him.
It was the chain controls. They actually had damage from Weeha. If you went for the 420, it would never have been enough. If you didn't go for that ability, they could not have defended the high ground. Mind control, bet, props to this guy. He's had the crap beaten out of him so much, and he still kept the control in the back lines. It was so difficult for Vici to have that smooth fight and have Paparazzi stand there and be what he wanted to be, the unkillable. Well, let's take a break. Let's just, all right, beverage.
Throw.
Dota 2. We're going to get a game 5. I'm not opposed to that, but poof, that was a different style of game than any we've seen in a very, very, very long time. Welcome back indeed to the panel. I'm sure our broadcast partner Twitch will be very happy also with the game 5 to this grand finals of Epicenter Major 2019. I'm sure Toby and Kel are excited too. And then you guys, you thought you were done for the day.
Yeah. We get an ultra kill on the Warlock.
Oh,
so close. We get 4 people dying to a clone of Arc Warden alone.
I know. Speechless. Yeah. I mean, we're like, there's nothing like. We're gonna start at the beginning, okay? Because Vici Gaming was winning that game, gods. They were winning hard. They had 40-something K.
43K gold. What is this? Dota 2 is an insane game.
Do we even have to talk about the early game? Can we do? I mean, we can just spend these whole highlights, I'm sure, talking about like, what do you do though?
Look, the first 45 minutes were pretty dull.
Yeah.
It was Vici Gaming get ahead, they get further ahead. There wasn't much fighting. It just felt like
it's pretty much Arc Warden, right? Delay the game until you lose. Well, in this case, it
plot twist.
Like, plot twist, man. We all thought that was the case, right? Arc Warden dying, buying back, dying again. But that pesky little clone, they just ignored him.
I thought the one-shotting Roche was going to be the highlight of the match, and it would just be like, oh, they lost, but that was such a great, cool moment. But no, it got better.
Arc Warden level 25.
Did Vici just hit the point of, like, is it a tilt? I don't know. Is that the play? Do you all buy back when he killed the Arc Warden twice?
That's definitely the play. He's the only one defending,
But do you all
really.
TP directly right back into the middle of them all?
It's hard to say without rewatch. Like, so much was going on. I can't say what went wrong, honestly. I was watching that fight and just like, it's chaos.
But I think when they, at least to me, it felt like they killed the Arc Warden. And there was still the rest of Liquid, of course, but obviously the Arc Warden has been the main focus for the past.
They killed him twice, and that
30 minutes.
one clone stays on 10% HP and just...
Yeah.
I think because they'd killed him twice, they just didn't really address the clone. They're like, okay, now let's look elsewhere, but...
They just got all hyped on the GG.
It was so chaotic, though. I don't even know if all the damage came from him. Was it maybe Puck hitting
No, I feel like it was...
hard,
Yeah, there was all kinds of spells, right? Like, there was a good egg that came out, too, to help the control, let the folks down Lina for the first kill. Because, of course, you're just tunnel vision on this Arc Warden, and you finally get it, and you think the game is over. Yeah, we've done it, we've won.
That poor Warlock, just surviving through all of that.
He did his best. He did actually so much work in that fight as well. Crazy. This was the fight where Arc Warden was already level 25, and I thought if Vici wins this fight, you know, the cheese is over. We saw how an Arc Warden could do well, and they won this fight. I thought this was going to be the beginning of the end for Liquid.
This is the classic.
I think everyone did.
Yeah, because this is the classic thing that happens with an Arc Warden draft. You win a few high ground defenses, then you go low ground and you lose. Because you're useless. You can't do anything but defend high ground.
And that was also the case this game too.
Right.
Here it is. It looks like defending high ground is the way to win.
They won the game without ever having to push.
Yeah.
So Yang was the best hero on the Radiant, first off. Yang was an amazing
let's
player
see
this
what happens
game.
here to Miracle.
Right. So he's dead once, he's bought back. He's back in the Fountain. He's got 3 goals, just run at all match commune.
Right, he goes here, he dies again, but he kills the Doom first.
He's down at rocks.
Troll goes ham.
Everyone's buying back, and where do they TP to?
He ignores the clone
they all
with those
come
rocks.
right in.
They all ignore the clone.
Well, it does go invis.
Okay.
But only for a second.
And the clone's just sitting in a bubble, killing everyone.
Yeah, it is Miracle, just destroying them with his clone. This is just...
Look at
This game is amazing.
the
That's
cameras as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Ultra kill for Warlock.
Games like this, I mean, Dota's been around a long time. Even before Dota 2, there was Dota 1. It is a timeless game that will exist 10, 20, 30 years from now because of just how unique it is, how new stuff is being discovered constantly. Iceberg does such a great job balancing the game, and you get beautiful games like this. Dota is the perfect game.
We also killing Warlock there in the fountain with his ult.
That was a hype play, recognizing the TP home.
Yeah.
And the GG is called. I mean, Meteor Hammer's bought sweet, sweet relief on their faces. Miracle's hands, I'm sure, exhausted.
Man, you need a break
time
after
of spamming some wraiths.
You need a break after playing this Arc Warden game.
Yeah, you're an Arc Warden spammer. You know, you've done your time, haven't you?
I'm nasty like that.
Yeah.
That means
numbers.
Numbers, yeah. I mean, we can talk about the numbers a lot. I will talk about some other numbers because I think this is the this major is now joining all the other majors that have 5 games in a grand finals. There was only one exception. That was the Disney major. That have 4 games, I think.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it was right. I doubted myself for a second, but 5 games.
So what you're saying is they've improved now, making it to the 5th game for Liquid.
Okay, well let's be real here.
80,000 heroes.
They were losing that game hard.
It does not matter.
If we're taking away the last 5 minutes of that game, Liquid lost.
The throne wasn't dead.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, the way it works is Trent gets another red X for his prediction.
Yeah.
I don't care how the game went. Trent, you get your X.
Nothing can stop it. I am too
inevitable.
powerful.
Oh, man.
I'm just...
I can't believe that's all his hero damage is only 80k, honestly. I guess they didn't run through that
only
many at the end.
Only 80k?
Well, did you see the wraiths?
He was hitting
make up for an entire team.
But he was hitting creeps for the first 45 minutes of that game. It was all like everybody delaying game. Oh, they only need to delay for the Arc Warden to get fat, and maybe then they have a chance. That was basically
I know, they
the
were
whole
making
story.
up a talking point.
Yes.
You know, they didn't believe it. I could hear it in their voices. Like, well, maybe in the 25 talent that'll be enough.
Just buying time for the Arc Warden.
Works.
Toby's been being the Kyle, you can't call games until it's over. You're going to stay optimistic, and this is why.
Yeah, this is why, for sure.
That's insane. Also, this guy with his puck.
Yeah.
Going for that talent.
I heard he was pubbing it out a little bit. And clearly the lab did him quite well here.
I mean,
Daedalus, Mjolnir, Desolator coming to your pubs, boys.
They greatly improved that talent. There were some changes to it recently that made it much better and actually playable, and obviously proved it there.
I mean, we talk about we has cheesy heroes, but even cheesy builds. I still remember when he was on DC, he did a Mjolnir Invoker build. Vanguard
Crimson Guard,
Yeah, I know. It's like, well, this guy comes up with some bonkers stuff every now and then and wins with it. It makes it work. It's great to see.
I heard he got yelled at for that game.
He never built
that was
Vanguard
not appreciated by Misery, I believe.
I don't think he's getting yelled at for this one.
Tell me though, I mean, I'm like kudos for Liquid for pushing through and for realizing their win strategy right there at the end. Vici Gaming messed up. They should have killed that
clone.
Isn't that the simplest answer? Like, they messed up.
They had multiple...
They probably need a better reset, is how I would put it. Like, I don't know if you have to all TP directly right back in on the golems, like the second you all buy back. It felt like there was no coordination. I saw like Troll or someone was coming from the bottom. Like, there was some...
They were waiting for it to disappear. They were like, all right, this is just a clone. It's going to time out any second now. Let's just leave it and deal with the rest. And the clone just kept on hitting. It never really timed out. Yeah. Just destroyed them. But they had multiple timings that they missed. They had that 38-minute mark when they had the Aegis, the first Aegis, I believe. Not the first, but they could have ended with it.
They didn't.
They didn't. They get the tomes on minute 40. They get more levels.
Their patience was punished, I guess, right? They didn't take advantage of the first buyback from the Arc Warden. I mean, to Liquid's credit, they just didn't leave the base. So why would you go high ground? Because it goes both ways. It's like, well, I don't want to go up there. It seems like a scary place to be.
Like, this is how you win with Arc Warden, though. You just defend forever. You don't leave the base.
There's not much early mid-game presence from this hero. It's maybe you push out some lane, send your clone to a fight with your team, but you're playing to get 6 slotted. And with Liquid, well, that worked. That worked here.
Who are we to judge? I mean, it worked. It was a winning strategy. They won. They pushed to a 5th game of our grand finals. You guys want to take a little bit of somewhat of a breather?
Oh, I feel like they're going to be taking a long breather. I feel like we're going to be back.
Well, we're not going to go away. Oh, don't worry.
I had a feeling that was the case.
Because you guys have been sending in pictures throughout the day. And
finally.
We're going to see who won. So finally, Trent, he's heard me ask for these pictures every single day, but he's never actually seen some of them on the broadcast. So we're going to treat him to the 5 winners of today of the contest of how you guys watch Epicenter. And it's number 1. We get a cat picture. Oh, I like this cat. He's so cute.
You're into cats.
Dude, that's a cute-looking cat.
It is a cute-looking cat, of course. All cats are cute. What am I going to call someone's cat ugly? Tweet me an ugly pet. Oh, there we go.
I'm ready.
Lifting.
Ready to carry. I'm sorry. I think Miracle has still got that position on lock at the moment, especially after
you got to hit up that theater mode. Look at all that wasted screen. I mean, chat, screen. You know, that's all you need. What is all this
theater mode. You just press F11.
I don't know, man. I saw Liquid in the gym. That's a pretty small wait for them.
Fair enough.
No, there's the support. That one came a little too late, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's a shame. Virtus Pro. They are rooting for good Dota as well.
Oh, we have another dog.
Another dog. Pugs.
What a cutie.
See, they've got it right.
That is theater mode maxed out.
Yeah, theater mode F11. Perfect.
But from that angle, can you really read the chat?
You can see the faces. That's all that matters anyway.
Yeah, it's just about seeing it scroll really quickly. Even if you can't read it, it's still part of the entertainment product.
The experience, the collective.
I swear I spent reading the chat like 65%. Like,
and watching the other 35? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just try that for the paneling.
And our last one. This is not just a cat. This is a kitten.
Looking for a new home.
Oh, it's a stray.
There you go.
I found this stray kitten is late at night. Gonna take it to the vet tomorrow. Oh, but he didn't say where you were at.
Well, I guess hit him up on Twitter.
Oh, it's us. Oh, this is actually so adorable. And if someone's missing a gorgeous kitten, I think. That is a very pretty cat.
Where are all the dogs, though?
That's
we didn't specifically ask for dogs today.
I did. I want to be quite clear.
Trent did.
Yeah.
Thank you. Missed out on the
but
other
I'm not
day.
getting anything I asked for today. So.
Where's Cap's tweet? I feel like he got robbed of an Arcana.
One of those days.
But
sure.
they only like every time you don't make it, it starts anew. These were all the tweets from today. So Cap tweeted only once, and that day he wasn't champion.
Cap's still recovering from the other day.
Yeah.
You can go back in the Twitter feed and check out PG-13. So grand finals, game 5. I can't believe we're at this point because it just didn't look like we were going to be. We had this whole thing planned out for, finals bit, but we're in for a game. We are going to have a little bit of a break. Don't worry, you get some rest as well. We'll be right back for game number 5 of the grand finals of the last DPC event in 2019. We've got 2 teams, and we have 1 game. That is all there is between them and the championship here. Liquid hasn't had a championship yet this season. After that game, they're looking to be on the right path. Vici Gaming, they have already won major and a minor this season. But I feel like we're on even ground purely due to tilt mechanics, gentlemen. How are you recovering after a game like that? Is there tilt?
Just first ban reward. That's the solution, but that's what I'd be like. Just ban it.
But then you can't do that because there's a Chen, a TA, and an IO, and there has been a strategy that has worked.
Keep that.
Stick to the formula. Yeah.
Stick to those 3.
Definitely.
You know what the problem was? Is they were looking for the Weehaw cheese. They just didn't think of the miracle cheese.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
2 cheese.
Yep. And it wasn't. It was picked up in that second pick stage as well. So that perhaps also maybe it would have been something they would have banned, but
probably something I could see that being a second phase ban. You know, it's just a very obnoxious hero. At the same time, it's so unlikely you're going to win a game like that. Like you can't count on level 25 Arc Warden carrying you because before that the hero really didn't do a whole lot.
That was like the 1 in 14 million. You know, that's you're not seeing that game ever again.
So I think we let it go.
Which is a good thing.
Nah, you let the Arc Warden go through definitely.
Okay. Maybe last ban.
Maybe if
last
it's a perfect Arc Warden game.
Okay.
But that was like a perfect Arc Warden game right there. And
was it though? Because it didn't look like it was going too hot. Disregarding the last 5 minutes.
He won. That's what I mean.
I would
they
say
won twice today with Arc Warden, actually. They won versus the Terrorblade. I take that back. Playing Arc Warden into Terrorblade is probably the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
As it's very easy to just stay outside of his range and defend from those early pushes with the magnetic field, and eventually Arc Warden becomes stronger than him. In this game, you have the Troll, you have the Lina, you had ways of dealing with the Arc Warden, but sadly, you didn't count for the clone as well, it seems.
Didn't move fast enough, right? I mean, had they pushed a little bit earlier, before the 25, and they definitely had the gold and XP advantage to do so. But at the same time, how many teams have learned, like, don't go high ground too early, wait for everything, we're choking them, how can we possibly lose this game?
And they moved a little bit too fast in the end there, with all the teleports into the high ground, which is the main reason they lost. They had the game.
True. So we get to talk a little bit more about Liquid because they won. I don't want to go back to those last 10 minutes because we got to think about how they're going to prevent from being in that situation again, because even though they won, they look pretty bad for the start. And we've talked a lot about the support duo. And this is one of the few times we saw Phoenix again. And I want to hear from you guys how you felt he was working out. And because I don't feel like Arc Warden wasn't really the problem. Centaur has been shown that he's
Arc Warden wasn't the problem.
Well, before the last 10 minutes.
Again, why? So how did they get to be in that position in the first place? They were 40k gold behind. That is terrible.
Yeah, they had issues everywhere, right?
They couldn't really team fight. Like the Phoenix egg, every single fight, I felt like it was dying to.
It was to Lina
and Troll. Yeah, it was just
like their whole draft wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. You had only the Arc Warden to fall back to. Okay, you had the puck a little bit too, I guess, if you itemize properly like he did.
The puck was like 8k gold behind the enemy mid. It
wasn't great.
Yeah, puck was very poor.
We didn't have a great game, true.
So you're not picking puck, you're not picking Phoenix. What are you gonna do? What's the plan? How do you win game 5?
Ride the momentum, ride the wave. I don't think about picks. Just
what do you want to play? Go into the
you're
draft?
in their head.
Grimstroke Earth Spirit. If that's there, take that. I want like a GH. Don't give me this Phoenix. What is this? Give me some Earth Spirit. Give me a
Spirit, Tusk.
Yeah,
I mean, we
get
see
him
him
in
play.
there.
If it's a good Clockwork game, that's a hero that he's good on. But something active, something that can make more plays, stop fights.
Seems like we have a little bit more time before we head into the game 5. I mean, those players do need a little bit of a rest before playing the 5th game in the series. And for Liquid, it's already going to be game 7 because they played 2 games earlier as well. And it gives me perfect opportunity to ask you guys how you experienced this season. Season 2 of the DPC 2018-2019 about to be ending, you guys.
Wow. What a long, strange journey it's been. Yeah.
What? That's it? You guys?
It's been great.
I was trying to do like a yearbook, quote leading kind of a deal. It's been great, guys. What a wonderful time.
It was fun.
So glad we're graduating. We'll see who makes it, Only one thing matters. I wonder if we've all qualified.
Yeah,
Did we get enough points this year?
That's when we find, whether you passed or failed all your exams.
We don't get points. What are you talking about? If only.
You don't think there's a DPC leaderboard at Valve where they just move the talent up every time? Be like, oh, that wasn't a very good cast. Down you go.
Oh, another wrong prediction on the panel. Let's move it down a bit.
What if that was the case and the points would be public? We'd have a Liquipedia with rankings of the teams, rankings of the talent.
Oh, it's probably for the best.
Let's talk about the season itself then, because it has been the second season of DPC. It's a little bit different from previous year. I think this is a good thing. Parker, I saw this morning you already said something that you would like to see a portion of the TI prize pool seeded into the DPC rankings list.
Oh yeah, I mean, because you have these last tournaments where Secret and VP are so close, first and second. It's like, end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you get first, second, third, or fourth in the rankings. So that'd be a cool change, I think. Have some percent of the TI money going to teams based on where they rank.
Too, and then I thought, oh, but what if you could make it heavier at the how do I get more money to the bottom half? Because as much as I want to reward the person who came first, you know what I mean?
No, but it's making it so what happened last year, OG won TI, fully deserved. They were the best team at that event, but they took away so much prize money, whereas all the other teams at minors and majors took way less. So
it would be so good also to be able to take that money and perhaps send it to the lower tiers, the tiers that perhaps I was playing in tier 2s and tier 3s, right? You're
Why
playing.
not send them to the talent then? Come on.
Hook us up.
He's covering himself both ways.
Yeah, it's true.
No, but seriously, it's very difficult. I see a lot of my friends either quitting or finding side jobs because it's very hard to sustain yourself while you're playing in tier 3, let's say. You get the salary from your team, but it's not enough if you aren't winning tournaments, and you aren't winning tournaments.
Would you give money to qualifiers?
That would make a lot of sense, definitely.
I think it's been a fun year because we went to some, kind of cool places KL, Sweden. It felt like there was a lot of different locations for Dota. I know the talk is North America didn't get any, but most of the majors and minors were in different places. We had one major in China, one in Southeast Asia, one here in Russia, 2 in Europe. Paris. We never had a Dota event in Paris before. That was awesome.
We did not. And also, Europe is the strongest region in Dota 2, and this list of 12 DPC invites has proven that. So, they are deserving of 2 majors.
It was a very top-heavy year. I mean, in the discussion of who is true tier 1, I mean, how many teams are we putting in there? It's been VP Secret, and then they're the only 2 I feel like locks. They are my tier 1 teams. You cannot argue this.
Yeah.
But is that it? Is there anyone else who can be just inarguably absolute tier 1? Vici, if they win this, maybe?
I think LGD and EG. LGD have been top 6 at every single major.
Yeah, super stable.
See, now I'm okay with calling them tier 1, but I feel like the community at large has a very strict definition of tier 1.
You've got to win or be in a grand, because they haven't been in a grand final, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How about EG? I know it's a meme they came third, but they did come third in so many events.
And they won a big non-DPC event, probably the most competitively stacked non-DPC event in Birmingham. So
they didn't win that one.
I think looking at that top... oh, sorry, they got second in that one. Yeah, we're talking about it. They took
close
2 games.
Close enough.
In my book, they won. I know it. That's what I meant, guys.
Yeah. Wow.
That's okay.
NA bias is unbelievable. Even makes up victories.
You have to make up victories. Yes, anyway.
Look, if I say it enough,
I would still call them tier 1, though,
tier 1,
because they have been on top for so many times. Sure, no championship. I don't think that changes much. I do think that if you're gonna, I think that then Secret and VP are not tier 1. We're gonna call them S tier. I know I don't like using that, but we can use that for those 2 because they are.
Okay.
Done.
Best of the best.
Best of the best.
Will Secret perform at TI though?
Well, probably not. Same thing probably for Virtus Pro. I'm not gonna lie. That seems to be their crutch, and we gotta have it from people that don't. Well, that perform better under pressure, and I think that is something that's very difficult to train for, right? That you're only gonna have 1 TI a year. And I think because you choked last time, you have a higher chance of choking the next time too.
And we talk about how there doesn't feel like there's a lot of pressure as the season drags on. So then you hit peak pressure. Right?
Yeah.
Is anyone going to choke in this Game 5, guys, as the draft has started?
I mean, Vici maybe tilted a bit after last game, but...
They open up really well, though, with the Warlock and the Mars versus the Centaur.
Yeah.
with the arena, we said this a couple of times today. The arena is pretty good versus the Centaur, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you think of the Warlock over the Grimstroke? I think it's the right call. I mean, they obviously almost won that last game, but it does leave Grimstroke Centaur available if Liquid want it.
I believe they go with the Oracle instead.
Dispel for the Fatal Bonds. Decent range for save. Maybe you'll be outside the arena and you can help somebody or glimmer them.
Opens
First
up some
Oracle of the
cheesy
series.
picks that you can think about with
true.
Oracle.
I mean,
Arc Warden insta-ban.
Yeah, that's the way to
none
do
of
it.
that. Like, even if you think the hero is not good and you know 99% you should have won last game, you still ban it. 'cause it's in your
He's
head.
reading the room. He's like, I know what you guys are all thinking. I got
Remember-
it.
If they played Game 5 a week from now, he'd be like, okay, we won't ban it. But
Yeah.
because they're playing it right after that Game 4, yeah.
If you remember the booth last time, someone was singing. They were singing.
They were singing.
They were even dancing a little bit.
Is that what did them in? It was the
Yeah.
singing.
We have the troll ban as well by Team Liquid
So
and the Medusa one.
yeah, the big go-to cores that Vici Gaming like to play. No 4 position snagged yet, and this is, I think that was the big talking point earlier. The Phoenix didn't work well for Liquid last game, even though they ended up winning, and we always want to see Fade playing something that can be very active and involved. Shadow Shaman still in the pool. That's been a common go-to with the Mars.
Shadow Shaman, Rubik, as well as the Earth Spirit. So
Oh, yeah.
across both teams, you know, a lot of these more common picks. There's also still the Darkseer Spirit Breaker, but we've obviously gotten our Mars and our Centaur and an Oracle,
Yeah,
so
not
we
gonna
don't have to worry.
happen.
I just feel like we don't get Spirit Breaker without Darkseer, so I think we can remove that for.
Interesting. This Oracle pick is very, very peculiar for me because you're not going to see the Bat or the Darkseer from Vici Gaming, so it's not to counter something. They're setting something up instead.
Maybe like a Death Pro. Oh, Death Pro was banned
Would
by
be
Liquid.
good, yeah. It was my thought too, but it's banned in the first stage.
This could be the first time Life Sealer slips through the second ban stage. That's been banned all the previous games.
Exactly. Team Liquid didn't ban it out. It's one of those heroes that can fare well versus the Centaur in the lane.
What do you guys think is Paparazzi's Game 5 hero? I feel like he's not a guy to me that has these like signatures.
I think Troll is probably the closest thing to a signature, but banned out here. Yeah, not really. I mean, he's always been that flex carry. He used to play a lot of the mid lane. He'd swap around a bit.
Yeah.
Went through a big faceless void period.
Yeah, exactly. I was just thinking the same thing.
They ban out the Nikes themselves
Yeah,
and
they
they
want-
pick up the Rubik again. Yeah, they've had a lot of success with this Rubik. So.
Fade this tournament has been on absolute fire, and Rubik is definitely one of his best. What was the stat? 17 wins
For
in 20
20.
games?
Yeah.
Even last game, like, he was stealing so many big spells, like stealing Drinkwell and stuff in fights. He is incredibly impressive. And last time, the upper bracket finals when they met, it was his Rubik against the Magnus of GH, and GH did not have a game whatsoever.
We saw actually in this series Earth Spirit versus Rubik and Warlock before, right? And Earth Spirit, was it Warlock and Rubik? I believe so. And Earth Spirit crushed them on the side of Vici Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, Earth Spirit's so good versus these two heroes.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted last game. But obviously, it worked out anyway for Liquid. But Rubik, you don't get a good steal from Earth Spirit. It feels terrible. And then Warlock, of course, you just want to force pressure onto him in the back lines. And you're so tanky that if they turn to fight you...
Ooh, they take the Morphling. That's the hero
That is a
they've been
paparazzi
banning out a
hero,
bit.
actually.
It's a bit of a block pick as well.
That's a game 5, right?
Yeah.
That's a game 5 right there, I agree.
It's better when Earth Spirit's on your team, so you can make all the remnants for him. But not going to be very useful in this case.
Oh,
Okay.
that's instantly an answer to the Morphling too.
That's the highest percentile difference, I believe, in terms of like pubs. It's like a 5% gap or difference in terms of win rate for Morphling when he has to play against the OD.
That's quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you get ulted and you die. You know, you do not like to build int. You'll have to adjust your build, like Mantas and Scotties, to try and keep up.
Not super
Or
high
don't
win
get
rate.
ulted.
Not super high win rate over here, 45%, but still, it's a decent game for OD.
Probably see a sniper ban now, maybe. That's always been a hero Ori loves to play against the OD.
Sniper Lina, I think, are Vici Gaming's to go heroes right now.
Yeah, I like the Lina for some kill threat around the map with the Mars while the Morphling farms. I think it has to be active, whatever it is.
The sniper might be too greedy.
Well, Sniper would work as well, considering. But the problem with Sniper too is the Centaur and the Earth Spirit. There are heroes that allow them to get on top of him quite easily, and he is on the greedier side, definitely.
Some teams like the puck versus the OD. That was something that was very big during the CQ major, right?
It's really good. You have the puck and you have the Pugna remaining.
And
in
Ori
the
plays a
pool.
puck.
So Puck, Pagnalina, those are the heroes that we should see on the middle lane versus the OD. Is there anything else that we're missing?
Whatever happened to the Shrek?
He's still around.
Yeah,
He
alive and
died
kicking.
out.
Vici has played it several times, but I think it's hard to. I don't think it's the hero you want to play necessarily this game.
I'm surprised that it has gone this whole grand finals without even being picked or banned, though, I
Yeah.
believe, right? We haven't seen it in the bottom either. So. Definitely a hero that China's been flexing hard in that mid and safe lane.
Is there any chance we see a cheese pick from Liquid? Like, could they do a OD safe lane and pull out the Meepo or something?
I mean,
Along those lines?
Then it would be a
possible.
miracle OD, though. It'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, he's played the hero before, I guess. Like, more so when he was a mid laner.
It's not the worst Meepo game. Fatal Bonds can hurt you, but you play so fast early on. If he misses one golem, you just win.
Wow, that guy, that was a champ.
He's in it.
Yeah.
Pugna is not in it.
Okay.
Pugna's
So
out.
even with all the
Spectre.
catch they have, they still banned the Pugna.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, Pagna is just very good versus the OD.
Yeah.
And it would give them some push, which would put the Spectre on the timing, right? You would have to come online a bit sooner.
Now the sniper feels pretty bad. There's a
Yeah,
Spectre.
yeah, definitely.
I think.
Yeah, I don't
you
think we're
passed on that
Drow,
one.
Spectre, or Drow Sniper or anything now, eh?
No, you have the Puck and Lina, right? And perhaps something like a Brood to just go ham as well on Vici Gaming.
Do you think they need more tower pressure? Like, do you think a Puck would be too slow to close out this game?
It's a counter. It's a lane counter to OD.
Of course.
And I guess Morphling can scale well enough versus the Spectre, but it's Spectre, right? So, yeah, I would like to see some tower pressure too. Vici Gaming, when they won the major, they did have that Brood one game. And this game, like, only the Centaur would be able to lane versus her, but that would completely shift lanes of Team Liquid.
Yeah, and their
They go
side
with
lanes
the
are
Lash.
fine. And
You're
All right.
welcome.
There you go.
No problem, she's...
all right, well, with that
She's
less
got
track
this.
pick last year for Vici Gaming, I'll throw it over at Sheever. What do you think of that last pick, and who do you think's going to take it?
I think Vici Gaming is actually going to take this game number 5 because they have RTK to make sure that they do not tilt, and I think they are the better squad at the moment.
Wow, excellent reasoning. And as the host, I won't predict and curse this game. Lizard, what about you?
I'm going with the tilt. I'm going the opposite direction. I'm going with the tilt. Even ROTK cannot stop that after that Arcorden game. You're playing versus OD and Spectre. This game is going to go late, and Spectre is going to go ham.
So suave and insightful. Gods on the end, my Australian mate. What do you think?
Well, Mr. Canada.
Why do you start shouting?
Well, I wasn't very Canadian. I mean,
That's what Australians do. They yell.
we don't get loud that loud. Maybe
yeah.
after a few pints. I don't know what you're on about. Anyways, I'm going to go with Vici Gaming as well. I think they've figured out the way to shut down Miracle with some of these aggressive lanes, put him under a lot of pressure, and catching up defending high ground with Spectre, not the same as Arc Warden.
I don't know how to handle off Sheever.
I was going to ask you to do it. You sure you don't want to predict anything for the final game? No.
It's probably for
shaking
the
his
best.
head. He's like, save me. I will save him. It is Game 5 of the Grand Finals here in Moscow for Epicenter 2019. Toby and Kyle, make it a great one.
I'm going to contradict Gods' logic. This Australian's going to get loud. Game 5, like, rest in peace, all headphone users. It's done.
Hey, you
It's
can't
done.
ask for anything more, right?
Yeah.
End of the DPC season, we get a fifth game.
Game 4, you know what? On Game 4, I would have retired a happy man on Game 4. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Liquid winning makes it more epic, though. It really just does. We have another
Really?
game, and there were 43,000
You know,
goal
no,
behind, dude.
I want to see China having confidence going into TI, having Vici Gaming coming out on top.
I just wanted a game 5, which I would never say usually. Okay, I haven't packed. I've got a shuttle at like 6 a.m., but I don't care. This is what you hope for. This
You
is what you
always hope
guys
for
are
more
waiting
Dota.
for.
Like,
This
if-
is what I do. What I
You know
do,
what?
man.
I'm just going to put out a PSA. Like, if you're sitting in a crowd and someone says, like, I hope it only goes to 3, slap him across the face. Take the assault charge. It's going to be worth it. Because at the end of the day, you always want more Dota.
Especially Dota like that.
Hell
This is
yes.
This is one of those really cool games. Liquid utilizing this concept that I haven't seen like this entire series. Double save. You got the put down from the Astral. You got the Oracle for the double. You have cleanse from your Q. You can ult people. And Vici, you've got a Warlock again, but it's a different kind of game this time.
Yeah, but you
can deal with the Fatals.
Yeah, you got different ways to actually purge it off. You don't like the double saves already. Like, there's so many saves actually from Liquid. Like, Mind Control's going to do it anyway with the Centaur. But yeah, I want to see how well Vici go. In this game, like, they can add a lot of early pressure, be it through team fights, be it through Leshrac pushing, be it through the initiation that can come in from Mars. But Vici Gaming have this kicker, right? They got Paparazzi on this Morphling. We've seen teams like Alliance, Mickey, just totally utilize this hero to a point where, like, I have no idea what else I can actually do. That's maybe where Vici Gaming can end up.
I just love that all 4 support players are on signature heroes. I could give a damn about the cores. You've got the GH Earth Spirit, the Fade Rubik. 4 positions just so critical nowadays. I love that they're on what you could say is probably the best hero for both. 2 for 2, no, 3 for 1 runes.
Yeah, Liquid able to get the 1 up on top. Mars normally quite good at fighting against it because you're able just to push away with the spear.
Oh, he has
He did level it up. Oh, hello. Mind Control. That's a lot of damage already just to pump into DY. Shadowword won't heal through that. Kuro tried to help him out. Even a slap into Paparazzi. Another hero who has to be careful about being heavy on agility against this surprise damage that can come from a Centaur.
Yeah. It's a similar concept that we've seen where Vici has the more tempo lineup. They have stronger team fight in the mid game, but Liquid should be able to outscale, assuming they can keep the game relatively even.
And everyone's going to get more experience this time around. Duel 2-1-2. Right across our 3 cameras. You can see where everyone's running this down. Another great battle to have between Wii and Ori. It's been a huge tussle for domination of this mid lane, and both of these heroes need to have a huge impact in this game.
Yep. And I love a lot of players have been telling me one of the reasons Centaur's picked up so early in a lot of games is because of aggro duel lanes like this. Oracle Centaur versus the Morph, you can pressure them hard. They're behind in CS for now, but no matter what, you're able to just make sure Paparazzi doesn't have that free game that he wants.
Yep.
In top lane, the Mars Rubik should be able to do the same to the Spectre. Definitely a laning advantage for Vici.
Such an interesting choice as well, going in for that Spectre. Something we haven't seen from Team Liquid to have, well, what is a very slow hero in the safe lane. But does that also mean that Vici can get on top of him early on? Like what's the timing we're looking at from Liquid before they're really going to be effective?
I think it's less about timing and more about the way they want to approach fights. They want skirmishes. Vici Gaming, they want to drop Mars ult, Warlock ult, and have Ori be able to finish the tower with the Edict spam.
So you get the chaos from the Spectral Horn. Do you go for like the Radiant style build, or do you actually look to get the combat style? I'm not saying like we're looking at Urn and Blade Mail coming in from a Spectre early on, but you have options with this hero.
Indeed. And I don't know if that's the option I would go for, Toby. I think it's likely a Radiance and or Manta first build for Miracle. Although I honestly wouldn't be shocked to see him buy a Midas. He's been doing that on a bunch of heroes lately. It just seems to be meta if you get a good game in the safe lane.
Well, if the game doesn't go that long, I'll be okay for that. But he will need Diffusal at some point to try and be on top of, well, everybody else. But that means, man, yeah, it's...
Mid lane, there's a
someone
haste.
still needs to deal with a Leshrac that's not just the OD. Weeha's going to be okay back behind the tower. Courier's bringing out a fresh salve for him as well as the completed null. On bottom lane, Orb Stomp, follow up, Mind Control, there's a heavy damage.
I feel like the dire side deserves
the
glory.
He may announce, but like we have it normally going out in the arena too. The stage mapping lights up and you just First Blood like come out.
I'm not quite sure that's the accent, Toby, but it's about that.
It's as close as I can imitate. Unfortunately, there's too many R's in my imitation. Miracle.
He's trying to block the pull.
Rolling Boulder coming in. They're going over towards Mars Fade. He can at least get the Fade Bolt off, and this will slow down the damage of GH and Miracle. Yeah. So they both have to disengage once again, but they're trying to at least say to Yang, like, you can't just do whatever the hell you want up here. You do have the #1 CS on the board, but don't feel comfortable.
Yep. This is fun. Liquid's still with the net worth advantage, though. There's been a lot of regen that's had to be purchased down bottom, so even though the CS is going Vici's favor, they're not winning in net worth. Mid lane, the thing for Liquid is they don't have a natural way to push towers, other than maybe Centaur tanking them and then hitting them back. Vici, we've seen maybe do this, we've seen Sumail do this. If you can get up to a nice level advantage, pick up a couple kills with a Fade rotation here or there, you can just run at tier 1s with Max Edict and kill them yourself.
Yeah, this does really feel like Liquid planned to win the game by killing Vici.
Yeah.
That's really feels like the approach here. Everything went into the lane, it's not the tower pressure. Nice,
here.
Pushing him onto the one tree that was still there, but now GH will arrive with the help of Kuro. They want to kill off Faye, but GH being tossed away with the telekinesis, and Yang turns in towards Miracle. Miracle's got to be careful. Over the trees, the Rebuke drops him down to 25 HP, but now there's no matter over on Yang. But Miracle, he's not ready to fight. He just wants the 5-minute bounty runes, and they might be able to get a revenge kill. A kick away. Yang wants to stay on it. Kuro says, no, stay where you are.
It's all good though, as the top shrine is now available. 5 minutes 25 into the game. Just some harass damage. I like the move from Kuro here. He gets mind control into a position where he's strong enough to backlane, as we see here.
And mind control actually got both of the bounty runes on bottom as well.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind that 3 of the 4 bounty runes have been collected by Liquid, and the others just sitting there, like, appreciating in value.
It's super important that you get Centaur into the lane. If you let more free farm for a couple of Wraith bans, he's no longer really able to play Dota, but as you can see, MC, there's no, Rubik can rotate, sure, but it's the Leshrac or the Mars that would be able to set up the kill on the Centaur, and they're just not really looking to rotate yet.
Here's your start up, and rolling boulder, GH.
Ooh, early.
A fraction of a second too early, but they may still have enough to kill off Fade. Under the tower, no. Fatal Bonds comes in from DY, and GH has to run it off, but the catapult, and it tanks up so much. GH will still survive, and he steals the double damage rune, while up on top, Yang, again, out of mana. Miracle trying to beat into him once more underneath the tower. Yang so low, but Kuro couldn't nuke him. He gave it a shot, but it was enough. Not even with the 2 points dispersion, not a single point in Desolates. 3-0-2 build in for Miracle.
That's standard, though. It's, maybe you get a kill here and there, but it's about getting that up ASAP. You want to win a game because you're too tanky, you're too survivable. You're not really looking to deal damage to Spectre until those first round items come online. He went for the Soul Ring too, so just trying to maximize on his sustain in this laning phase, sitting at 7 HP per second.
That's nice for him. Miracle, not great on the net worth chart. In fact,
GH
everyone's
TP
still
top.
pretty close. With the TPs towards the top lane, they're looking for a kill. Kuro will set it up. Already starting off. Here comes your rolling boulder follow from GH. Try to push it back with the Rebuke. But Miracle, the damage on the Yang is way too much. Kuro, the extra nuke brings him low enough for Miracle to finish the job. A first kill on the board for the Spectre. Keep in mind that Team Liquid have done this before. That defensive tri-lane when it needs to assemble, and they always give the kill to Miracle.
And how many times have we seen this before? Kuroki, 3 wards to place, he gets the kill, and he's gonna just go on this mission at the first nighttime around the 7-minute mark. He saves his wards during day to ensure they go up at night. I don't know. If I were captain, I'd be watching a little bit. Why is he doing this?
Is this the logic?
Again, it's about warding for Miracle. He tends to, if his carry's playing safe lane, he does this. You get a little triangle of safety to allow Miracle full information in the lane.
Yep.
If he plays, they're aggressive, totally other story. They put it either defensive tri-camp or offensive bottomwards.
And things like this from Ori, like he actually BTs, he TPs to the shrine so he can stack up the camp, but up on top, they're starting again, looking at the supports. The kick flies through, a little bit too early there from GH, but it won't matter if they can find that kill over on DY. They do have it, but Ori, here's his rotation on the back of a Hastrin, working with the Rubik. They're all connected together. Miracle actually helps do more damage to his supports, but 4 heroes from Vici Gaming.
Yep.
And I feel like this is wings right now, like everybody together, everyone fight as one.
Vici been doing this excellent all series, though. They're playing fast. That's what you have to do if you want to beat Liquid, who are always content, it feels, to let a support die, let a core die. They're not even minding it. They have 2 heroes in other lanes, and even though you've got this mid-game potential, you look at Ori's skill build, he's 3-0-3-1 right now, so no ability to take towers just yet.
They're scanning. Here goes the Arena of Blood. GH can rolling boulder out of that because, hey, rock can just slip past rock. That's the way physics will work. And that kind of leaves Mars stranded up around the back. They scan to look for the kill, but with Weeha moving over, these lanes just become a little bit more musical. Rolling boulder flies in from GH again, a little bit off target. The skewer, wait, what? He wasn't even in range of that. Now we've got double banishment. Up and running, Paparazzi, GH, Weeha, everybody gets back out again. GH moves down the hillside and far, far away while Weeha continues to stack up the intel, drops the ultimate. It ain't enough damage just yet. Paparazzi still living through this.
On bottom, though.
Yep,
they are
going underneath the tower, able to kill off DY, but back up towards top. GH will complete his TP away to safety. And that frame didn't look quite right on the Spear of Mars, but hey, he's a god. Don't question a god.
Oh, Miracle. How is that not last? How does the one on Earth realize but not that one?
Here we go, 3 heroes down together, pick up and throw back. They're trying to keep mind control in the fight, but he's the tankiest one. Goes up against Ori, who's just letting the Pulse Nova do its work, and mind control is left for dead.
There's no hero on Liquid that can match the damage output of Ori right now. That's why he's involved in every move that Vici make. Paparazzi will collect both bounties top.
Yep, 3 bounty runes for Vici, 1 for Liquid.
Even game so far. Liquid leading in kills, but still the gold lead to Vici. It's to be expected for a little bit. Lincoln seems to be the build on Paparazzi. It's an interesting decision. You do want to have like the stats, but it's the BKB timing that's going to be really critical. Liquid have nothing to deal with him once he picks up that item, and it's very difficult to play without one in this game against a Spectre, against the OD, who's going to just spam orbs.
And Miracle is actually going for that, that minus you're talking about, so phase boots up. How much, like, what can Vici do to punish here? Like, we've already seen them try and take some fights, but this is probably the least amount of damage done to Tier 1 towers in the first 10 minutes of this entire series.
Yeah. Well,
no one's coming close. No one can push from Liquid, but all Vici can do is push back the lanes as well.
And it's to be expected. I mean, if Leshrac isn't maxing Edict and Liquid's playing OD Spectre, like this will be another slow one.
Oh, this will be nice. If they're going to try and Astral over on Wii, using phase so Ori can follow up with the stun. But Weed's already backing up while up on top lane, rolling boulder forward again. Very much off the mark from GH. He'll get the kick out. But without the stun, Paparazzi's just happy to stand here. But it's just with Kuro, though. They don't get much out of it.
Yeah, look at Ori.
Mars is moving up from the side, too. They just want Wii to move an inch further forward so they can get that.
Yeah, he knows something's up.
Yeah, Miracle's right behind him. Everyone's missing in the lanes. You currently have a free farming Centaur on bottom lane. You know something's wrong. Fade, now he gets the wrap around. He finally caught out Weeha. Will he be able to get the stun into the tree line? Oh, they're a little bit too far away, but they do get the Mars ulti out. That'll work, holding the OD in position and finding the kill. GH was ready for a fight. He has the Magnetize up and running while Kuro trying to fight against Paparazzi. Puts the false promise on him, and Kuro doesn't have enough heal to get through this. But back in mid, another disruption out from Fade. He just has to banish him in and then skewer him up against the tree line. And GH was ready to fight, but he'll never get the fight he was looking for. Yang even wants to have more. But there's not much mind control can do. Vici Gaming continue the pressure on the Tier 1 tower.
I love this from Vici. Just play the 4-1. They've gained a bit of ground as this goes down. You can't contest Paparazzi top with any hero. And the 4 heroes mid, especially with Golem behind them, are too strong. That Astral steal is huge. They have this great ward that just sees Liquid set up 2 kills already. You know, Liquid's draft can't fight right now. This is not how their lineup is built to function.
That's why I'm wondering if that Hand of Midas is just a little bit too late from Spectre. If you need her to be able to, like, Spectral Haunt into the fight, be involved, be an actual hero and not an anti-mage. This isn't like last game where you hit 25. It's like, well, okay, I'm going to just win this entire match.
You can see them ping down bottom.
Another Tier 1 tower. Kuro, trouble. Yang's just trying to line him up, and Fade will be there to help him if they can just get in range, and that's exactly what happens. Rebuke, push him back, stride over the waveform. Fade actually gets the kill secure with the level 4 Fade Bolt. The trade-off is mind control, taking the Tier 1 tower on bot, as you were saying.
Yep, he's got the hood finished as well. We're going for Blink next. That could be a moment.
Hi, DY. Quick kick, turn on the Magnetize. Weeha wants to come over for a free kill. He's worried about...
So risky.
DY actually faked the rock drop at one point, I think.
I mean, they know there's 5 heroes in this area. They did not have any vision with the 2 deep wards they have in the Radiant jungle, so you just can't get aggressive there, especially with Golem able to be dropped. It's the blink timing for mind control that's going to change things for Liquid. They want to be able to find pickoffs. Team fights are not their forte just yet. They need more time. And yeah, he went off from the Midas. Yep. Switched over to Yasha, build up for Miracle.
Yeah. At least then he could jump into the back lines and hurt some people. Like, you need the Diffuser Blade to go with that Manta style.
Smokes up.
It'll be the chaos of the team fight that Liquid will rely on. But Vici Gaming, they are looking to continue their pressure. The Observe Ward knows and shows them which way Weeha ran out. Mind Control's already stolen the double damage rune. They won't find what they're looking for, and their scan goes begging as well.
Yule's up on the Lesh now. Very effective against the Oracle. They're trying to ensure that they can kill Kuro at the start of these fights.
Yeah, they're going to try and push the bottom lane, and a fresh Kaya over on the OD. Maybe this is one of those points where Liquid has to draw a line.
It's tough. You can't fight, Toby. You cannot take an engagement unless Vici run up a high ground. Like, if they want to battle on this active shrine, sure, maybe you take that if you're Liquid, but Otherwise, you just plant one hero, like Miracle is right now, on this objective. They have no real initiation on Vici, so as long as he doesn't catch a Yules or a Lift, he should be fine. But Vici, they're wrapping around right on top of this ward that's going to fade in a moment, but provided some lovely vision to help out Team Liquid and ensure Miracle can stay safe.
I feel like Miracle actually, he's playing the role like it's a 3. I'll be in the trees, I'll spam out my Spectral Dagger. If I push the wave back, then we're gonna be fine. Nothing's gonna stop these tier 1 towers from going down apart from the fort, but you may as well use it. It'll refresh anyway once the tower drops. But Ori's not having mana issues. He's totally fine.
Mid lane.
Yeah.
Nothing gonna happen here.
Fade does have the range, now he's got Ether Lens. So he's able to steal, drop him back down again. A quick imprisonment from Weehart, trying to waste the time of this ultimate. But the rock, it's going to come down as well. GH knows he needs to help out. A quick kick flies forward, slows up Yang, and with the Stampede, Weehart's got the movement speed. TP's up towards the top lane, as I think we actually have some pressure being applied, but that's why Ori hits the Split Earth and Mind Control. He's already used the Stampede, he's already used his escape mechanism, and with Fade and Ori together, Mind Control, pulse down, Retaliate is what's stolen, and Paparazzi hits him with the Adaptive Strike, and goodbye to the Centaur.
Yep, VG playing their draft perfection for now. Getting towers, getting kills, constantly looking to sweep the map. You don't necessarily need to kill Miracle if you can find his friends and force him to farm inefficiently in his own woods, instead of having the luxury of shoving out a wave.
So what do? You just send your entire team into his woods. That'll keep him out. And DY does plant the Observed Ward. Wasn't pinged by Miracle, this is nighttime, so we wouldn't have had vision. But it would not surprise you when VG takes such an aggressive posture over mid lane that they've lost control of their own jungle.
With no Golem, though, there isn't that hard counter initiation. You see Mind Control's halfway to the blink. If he can find a way to get on top of Ori, get on top of Fade, these heroes just explode. The Haunt, the Earth Spirit follow-up. You know, this Liquid name of the game is not about towers or team fighting, but finding isolated cores.
Oh, Yang's going to get his Blink Dagger well before Centaur. Weezer working into that BKB.
Yep.
And now they're finally, it's like, okay, now we worked out what was happening, but it's the last minute of a ward, which has already served VG very well.
Yep.
Mind Control's adding that pressure on bottom lane, but again, it's not like Arc Warden. You can't just keep this split push going on bottom lane. In fact, VG do a better split push game.
Yep. Paparazzi has the link. It's complete now.
Very
tough to
safe.
take down. More importantly, he'll be able to stay on map at almost all times. He's been playing this top area of the map. He's got vision now as well, protecting him. 2 wards.
Do you actually like the Lincoln Sphere, considering like Hoof Stomp's able to come out, ES won't care about it?
It's a player preference thing. Paparazzi's always loved the Lincolns. Players like Mickey prefer the Mask of Madness, or the Morbid Mask into maybe a Yasha, earlier BKB perhaps, but we'll see. I think it works here because you're ahead. You want to ensure you're accelerating, and the later you can buy BKB, the better in this game specifically, because there really isn't much Liquid have to deal with you once you acquire it.
The stats and regeneration also look like a nice choice as well, but Mind Control, careful how long as he wants to stick around here. GH thinks about helping out, but if he does, he'll reveal his position. Here comes the Stampede, the stone kicks forward, but look at Paparazzi. He wants to keep the chase going. Doesn't have the high maneuverability, and already Liquid are backed off, but Vici smoke up. Yep. No Stampede, which means there's no escape mechanism for Liquid.
They're reading Liquid. You know that if they pressure him bottom, they'll look to mirror map, go top.
Great scan. Sees Mind Control, the jump in. Yang, he'll actually not hit on his target, but Kuro knows he needs to back up. He wants to stay in range for the false promise to keep him alive, but it won't happen. Begins to TP. Is there a stun? Is there a control? There's a Yule Scepter able to reach him. And Kuro will get nuked down by Ori.
That's great. So they were looking to go top, but then catch him on the scan. Recognize they're still down there. Liquid trying to like outsmart, you know, Miracle, let him take top. They want to keep trying to play 3 lanes, but Vici are punishing, finding the kills, growing this gold lead steadily. And the problem with the Spectre is that, same with OD, you don't have those built-in farming mechanics. You can't just turn mana into CS. Obviously spamming daggers are right, but it's not nearly the same pace as a Morph, as a Lesh. Even the Rubik can push out lanes faster.
Fade and Yang are coming in so deep. Weehart, they do have the Observe Ward up and running. So see Paparazzi walking onto the Opt and Sentry. Well, gets planted in return. All right, they don't plant anything down. But Weehart definitely wants to fight. He's just looking at Paparazzi. His early nuke won't be anywhere near enough. Like they can't burn off all of his mana yet. And goodbye to GH. Caught out inside the tree lines. Looks like they actually dropped the rock for the kill on him too.
And you can't initiate on the Morph. That's the Lincolns, right? You can't get Astraled, and if you think about it, the Astral into GH roll through is really what threatens the morph. So if you prevent that, where is the actual catch going to come from on Liquid? It's all on the hoof stop into GH, and there's still no blink on MC. He'll have it in a sec though. They can collect enough of these bounty runes.
Yep.
They have Vision of Miracle though.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Vici Gaming want, to catch out Miracle. I know we're focusing a lot on what like Liquid can do as far as initiation and items they need, because they really do need it. All the farm is coming into Miracle to try and catch him up so he can actually fight against VG Gaming. But until then, VG Gaming's initiation is pretty obvious. Yang does exactly this. Put the wall up. Miracle, he wants to try and dagger himself over this, but it won't work. Miracle will get popped off, and that's a long time dead. So no farming in that time, but also losing the money.
Liquid are going to have a blink on Centaur and a BKB on Wii in just a moment. They have to make something happen with it because the Link and Z-Blade timing on the morph thing is insane. Look at DY's positioning.
Love this, DY. Slow him down. The Centaur's not the most aerodynamic of heroes. And now Morphling will arrive. A quick half stomp of Paparazzi. He's got the stun available. Mind Control knows he can't just TP away to safety. He's dead down here on the bottom lane. At least a distraction for mid lane, because that's also kind of currently going off. But it's the other way around. Ari working with Yang. Weeha, what's he got? He doesn't really have much. A quick imprisonment, but, well, Ari will send him up and towards the air. Down comes Yang. Hold him in position from Kuro, but the skewer, the spearing him away. And Miracle wants to do, well, he wants to farm, but VG Gaming, they're all over Liquid side of the map.
Future, they're playing so well. They're just tightening the noose ever so slightly.
This is kind of what happens. Maybe we used all of our good luck charm on game 4, because right now VG is making this absolutely clinical, and a way back for Liquid does not really appear to be fully present yet. It's
going to be a play, and here you can see 3 smokes ready on Kuro. He sees the same timing that we do. Blink on Centaur, Spectre Haunt up, BKB Weeha. You've got to find a catch. If you can go for Paparazzi before he's able to get the ghost off.
They'll have to walk up this hill a little bit more blind, however. They're waiting for everyone to be nice and close. They see the creeps, ward. One of them dead, farming on the side, Mind Control. It's a little bit too far away to go for the blind one, and yeah, okay.
You can feel it, Paparazzi, the spidey senses. I think...
Actually, Spectre a little bit more isolated underneath the tier 2. All right.
Yeah. And you can play so fast around the map now because Ori has those early bots. It's a greedy build, but you combine that with the Morphling, both of these cores can eat through creeps, farm jungle.
BT's coming in, that's coming from the right. Kill the creep!
Kill it.
Oh, he didn't kill the creep! Now Weeha with his BKB wants to keep the fight going. He's stolen some decent intel. The damage is not enough. Yang on almost no life gets out, but then the Spectral Haunt, they're looking for their own target with the rocks in the back lines. Miracle, he's being controlled in the front. Team Liquid, they're just separated in 2 different parts of the moment, but where's your fight going to come in? Your Haunt back, but Mind Control, Miracle, he got false promised up, giving him the life to escape with GH, but Ori is hunting him down. New GH, oh, he can't even rolling boulder away. Kuro will finally be brought down. The Rebuke kill. The 2 supports of Liquid, that was meant to be Liquid's timing to find the fight. And if they lose their biggest core as well, it's beyond a disaster. Miracle back to the tier 2 tower, but VG doesn't care about that. They care about the movement, speed, and vision. And well, they've got it. Blink forward, hits the target, against the wall. Miracle goes up, and the waveform down, but Ori has the lightning. The real Thunder God. And then Mind Control reveals himself up on top, trying to push back the wave, but Vici don't stop. They just keep going. They're the Energizer Bunny, pushing him back. There's one tree to use, and you know you got the kill. Liquid are falling apart at the seams. The horse is unshoed.
It's the lack of tower damage, lack of team fight, Toby. You just don't have tools right now on Liquid, and Vici are just all over the map, swarming constantly.
Well, that TP is very optimistic, but yep. Goodbye. Tier 2 tower.
If you kill Yang Mars, maybe that changes, but of course Weeha just one auto attack away from having enough damage with that ultimate to finish him off. He responds by spearing 3 of his allies to ensure follow-up kills.
The punishment for not getting your initiation perfect, or even just your calculation. We had no other choice. Yeah. He would have walked out of range of the Eclipse, but it did feel like Liquid would try and take 2 fights at the same time.
They recognize the window that they're in, because if you let Paparazzi, who now has an E-Blade, get a BKB and Aegis, what do you have to control him? Sure, you can save your allies for a moment, but they have so much team fight on Vici, they can just Mars ult with the blink forwards. You've got Warlock Golem. It's simple. This is a different game. Vici, if they learned anything from game 4, it's that yeah, we're gonna play to win now. We're gonna go dive and not allow Liquid to buy time to just get to the point of the late game where, you know, Dota's no longer recognizable. One shot, Rashawn. Come on.
Only because of Veil, right?
It was only because of
Only because of Veil. Well, Team Liquid, they at least have some time on their side of the map after the last fight, but that's only because Vici, they're grouping themselves up, they're regaining control of vision. Team Liquid have put 2 Observer Walls and Sentry combinations down the bottom, so they want to see VG if they come up through the south. Oh god, BKB for the Shrek as well. OD is becoming a lot less useful. Mind control as you jump in. Paparazzi trying to use the Hoof Stomp. Not finding the right timing because of the use from Ori, but he'll have the E-Blade pop defensive from Weeha. Getting the Astral off, saving his 3 position.
We get 1 bounty rune as well. The Manta will be completed on Miracle. His damage output just got a huge spike.
Yep.
Look at the Desolate damage.
Vici commits so much into killing off the Centaur,
yep,
which is so low cooldown. Like, no major abilities, no big cooldowns. And you see how much Liquid have to do in return. Like, yep, Centaur's already down to 1/3 just from that. All right, Yashikaya needs more attack speed. Miracle, the isolated one on the bottom lane. Fade, he's going to begin this fight. Where's the extra help? Miracle wants to go up the tree line, and now he will be able to do so with the Stampede. Yang coming in through the side. The Rock and the Feather Bonds. Team Liquid caught out. Weeha has the BKB. He's hunting down the back lines. He's going up to DY. Remove the upheaval. Build up this intelligence. You've already lost your Spectre, so there's a lot more pressure on Weeha, but he's got no other cause. They've already dropped down. The buyback comes in from Centaur. Kuro's battling in the back lines, maybe with the Magnetize. GH can actually help with Kuro to get that kill over on Faber. A triple kill from Paparazzi. He's way too strong, and the OD, for everything he built up, had nothing more to give. GH is on the run. Centaur's brought back, and they're looking for the Adaptive Strike connection. He'll head, and VG Gaming, they want to make sure Liquid do not have a way out. Another Yule Scepter. GH is gone, and VG Gaming can punish hard. Lesh is still up, and he'll push.
Level 19 on Ori, 6-0-9. Paparazzi, the Mirror, 9-0-6. They go straight high ground. You got no buyback on Miracle in that fight. It would have been the perfect opportunity for the Haunt back in, but there's just no gold. They're all broke.
It's all too slow. Too slow from Liquid. No money in the coffers. What have you got? A melee racks to fall. Paparazzi doing the job. Mind control's watching. He knows there's no fight. There's no catch-up. Vici Gaming are going to be very, very good about this. There's a double damage rune waiting for you in top river to go and kill Roshan. The second they see it, the rest of VG will come.
Honestly, Toby, watching this game, if I didn't know better, you would have thought Game 4 didn't even happen. Vici Gaming, if anything, they learned from it, took the lessons, and have now utilized them to start crushing Team Liquid. You compare this to the lower bracket final, where you had a very similar kind of game. An Arc Warden from Liquid, turning around some unbelievable comeback, VP lose, and then Game 2, they looked shell-shocked. Here, Vici just, they brushed it off. That was a 70-minute game or something crazy.
This bodes well for TI.
Oh, yeah.
When you're able to have this level of mentality after what was an intense game, and now you can go for another fight. Miracle up in the trees. Liquid, they're trying to smoke themselves up. Maybe it's time for a Spectral Haunt. No, he's just going to dagger himself in. If he can TP back to base, he could regenerate up and then Spectral Haunt out to have this fight. That's exactly what's going to happen. Liquid are most definitely cantering forward.
They're smoked up, they're ready to go. They gotta find catch.
There's just Spectral Haunt. They see Yang, Stampede in. They need to get the control. They need a stun. They see Rubik in the tree lines. But is this really what you came for? Is this why you're here? To kill off a Rubik. Rubik instantly buys back with the upheaval. They can't walk away. The Featherbond holds them in again. Weeha, my God, the damage output. BKB doesn't protect you. It was all a lie. GH can turn on the Magnetize. Miracle, he's stuck in the tree lines. He can't get back out. He's actually locked there for the moment. Ari will get the stun. That is a horrible position for Liquid. This will be Roshan for VG Gaming. Paparazzi has already got the double damage rune. He's playing around as the ES for the moment. Drop the rocks.
You can see
push the mid. They actually just want to push it.
This is why Liquid wanted to get aggressive with their BKB blink timing, because now there's 3 cores on the side of Vici that all have their own BKBs. And there's nothing you can do as Liquid. You can save each other for a moment here and there, but 10 seconds of immunity, yeah, they need 3 or 4. DD on Paparazzi as well.
Oh, the grab. They've already found a new target. The OD, buyback instantly out from Weeha. It's desperation now. VG, these pickoffs come way too easy for them. Weeha's looking at the fight. They're smoked up. But without the Centaur Stomp, it ain't going to happen. And already VG Gaming are backing up. They're giving no opportunities to Liquid. It's a barren desert. And Liquid are thirsty.
Top Shrine, Roshan, rinse, repeat. credit VG. They played a bit too slow last game, but there's no Ice Frog I win button for Team Liquid coming up anytime soon.
Weehan says he knows what's to come. I think we all know what's to come. Right now, it's a VG win unless Liquid can pull out something absolutely magical. 5-man smoke up. This is the last roll of the dice. VG know it. They smoke up. We turn around. Everyone has a bad habit. The rock will drop and the Battleball's already connects. Oracle instantly deleted. GH maybe in the back lines. He can cause some problems with the help of Miracle, but they still can't even kill a Rubik. That's who they were trying to start on. And now DY, they're all just stolen Stampede, running around. Paparazzi jumps forward. Weeha double-edged up the false promise from Kuro, trying to keep him alive. He's in the trees. He's still holding in the Eclipse. They need so much intelligence to make this work, but now Ori will just BKB, looking to kill him off with a follow-up stun. My God, Miracle, at least he can survive through all of this. Now the Eclipse will hit the deck, but Ori kills Weeha, dead for a minute and a half. DY TPing out. They're all going down because they want to kill Miracle. He is target number 1, Liquid's most wanted. The catapult reveals him. He's daggering over the tower. The chase is on. The Hog stomps forward. Miracle, he's looking at Juke. Is there a stun? No, they're TPing to the shrine, but Miracle TP's home. Away to safety. At least he delays VG Gaming to going into Roshan, but they will not stop it.
No, they will not. This time, Vici, they'll be uncontested. Love decision, just smoke out. You know Liquid's coming to fight you. They respect their enemies, even with this big of an advantage. The only real way you're in trouble is if somehow you get caught in a choke point unawares. Vici know what's up.
I still can't believe they couldn't kill the Rubik. Like, they couldn't kill any of the back lines they jumped on.
They're gonna scan it out, go for this team.
Looking for the Afu. GH, a little bit too late. Rolling boulder. No. This is, oops. Sorry.
And just like Team Liquid, looks like GH Earthspear might be a bit out of gas, as they fought admirably. It is game 5. They have the defusal on the Spectre now. You know, you can never truly count this team out.
The game has changed. It really hasn't. Well, it has in some ways. But Liquid, they've got their backs up against the wall. Spectral Horn's available, so Diffuser Blade will at least make a difference in the fight. They're going to dust as well. So they're able to at least get some detection. No protection from any kind of Glimmer shenanigans. That's what the Warlock was using before. As VG Gaming beat into the racks. There's your Blink Skewer back with the E-Blade pop. Goodbye, Kuro. And then Yang hits the back lines as well. With the protection of the BKB, Weehan has practically no damage whatsoever. The BKB will wear off in a second. He still wants to build up intelligence. He doesn't have Eclipse up. This is the bigger problem. Weeha has to BKB as Paparazzi jumps in. Weeha still looking for some more damage. Yang will go set himself up. DY finally going down thanks to Spectral Horn. They're into the back lines, but Miracle, he's alone. Ori's already there. So is Yang. The spear, 1+ second stun will hold him on the tree, bring him down, and this could just be the game. VG Gaming, they're under the tier 4 towers practically, and this Morphling wants to solo everyone. He's still got Aegis the Immortal. There's the double hoof stomp out, but GG is called. Team Liquid fought valiantly. They gave us these two teams an amazing game 4, but VG Gaming, they didn't drop a single series in this competition. Through the group stage in the first position, they battled all the way through the winner's bracket as well. They were tested, however. 2-1, I think against TNC, 2-1 the winner's bracket against Liquid, and here again they go the full distance. Roshan, he'll shatter Liquid into a million pieces as VG Gaming, they earned this, they played superb Dota.
Yeah, I love the respect between the two teams. They shown in the series as well. It went the distance, both sides playing about as close to perfect Dota as you can. Really, especially in the late game, it's anybody's game. Liquid, first time with the roster, you gotta be happy, but Vici,
they are the superstars. They are your Epicenter champions.
The last couple tournaments, RTK kept getting out there first. You see how fast they picked it up this time?
Yeah.
Vici Gaming, champion indeed. $350,000 going their way. But more than that, I think they have actually proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that they are one of the top contenders going into the International 2019. And that is, of course, where their eyes are already set. It's their second major championship. And they proved that the first one is not just a fluke. This is them at top performance, and they look great.
Definitely. Winning one minor into the major, winning the major. And now a second crown for these guys. Like, they deserve it. The way they have performed throughout the tournament, they definitely do deserve it. From the start, you know what, like, we're talking about teams, how they like build up slowly through the tournaments. These boys, they've just done it since the start. They've performed on top level. And here we go, the general.
He never gets tired of that. Look at that.
He is the heart and soul of this team, even if he is not out there playing, competing.
Yeah.
During the games, he's the one who kind of built this team, brought them together, and is, like you say, the general. He's the guy calling the picks, calling a lot of the shots before they go into those games.
Like they say they call him the teacher or something similar, not the coach, because he helps them solve everything, like from real life problems to any bickering there is within the team. He helps out with that too.
It is a team of youngsters too. These are not veteran players as far as the Chinese Dota scene goes. They've players who have kind of broken out, come onto the scene mostly over the last 2, 3, 4 years, and it's really incredible how far they've come. Just last DPC season, they had a pretty good year. They had several second-place finishes at different minors and majors with a slightly different roster.
Yeah, that was their theme.
Yeah,
yes. They were all second places.
And the first event of this season as well was in Hamburg, and it looked like they were back at second place. They were up against Team Secret, and they proved that they belong up there with Secret, because Secret and Vici Gaming are the only two teams that have won 2 majors this season. And it's crazy that 2 teams take up 4 majors.
And you saw that 350K as well. Of course, they were already top and near the charts in terms of prize pool thanks to the minor victory. And just adding another victory on there. So yeah, sure, TI was secured, but definitely does not hurt.
And you get big ass trophy. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be too heavy to carry around like this.
Nothing's too heavy for OTK. He can carry anyone.
Well, his team did a lot of heavy lifting as well, though, I must say. His drafts, of course, were superb, but some of the best support plays we've seen this season coming from Fade.
From Fade and DY. Like,
DY steps it up massively since the start of the season.
Yeah, most improved player. Can we give an award? My boy DY.
Well, we do give awards. We give awards to MVPs, and guys at home clap for that. And it is not it's not anybody from Vici. Thank you.
Look, after that game 4, because this is over the whole BF5, so I imagine he got a lot of votes.
This is over the whole series.
They used all their claps.
Yes, all their claps. That Roshat alone probably just got him half of those votes right there. You know, that solo kill on Rosh.
It's actually from the whole days, all of the days.
Oh.
Like from everything.
So they had 2 series then. Oh no, as in
from all the days.
Oh, added up.
Yeah,
of the tournament.
Yeah.
But I do think that the Arcwarden play definitely got him a lot of extra
It
claps.
cemented the victory for sure. But he had so many good plays over the tournament.
Yes. Vici Gaming, they do get an award, and they get an award for coming first here. And I know that there's been a lot of people saying, you know, there's not too much on the line anymore because they're already guaranteed, they're already top form, but getting a championship like this, going all the way against Liquid, proving that they are the better team, I think it means a lot. It must feel amazing going into TI, knowing that you are, without a doubt, the best team, not only in China, but one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, winning that last major of the season as well.
Yeah.
It's going to boost their confidence so much.
It was a strange major, too, in terms of like the brackets. Like a very odd bracket all around, of course, with this dropping. Of course, most notably Secret so early, OG not having the full roster. So even without that, though, still obviously very tough competition all the way around, and plenty of storylines from all these other teams that maybe took advantage of some of that space, too, like TNC.
I guess Miracle is coming, yeah.
Getting that MVP award.
Miracle's getting his MVP award.
Good sport.
I mean, great sport. I must say, they seemed like, even though once they realized they were losing, they seemed like they were still having a lot of fun.
Is this Femi 2.0?
Yeah. Take the trophy away.
Trophy, actually, VG. You just get the check.
Look at that. Well, that's pretty.
But he does not get a car.
Okay. I thought we learned our lesson. Come on, community. It's hard because you don't know who's going to win till the last game. Most of these votes happen.
This could be Arteezy for all we know, with the claps and everything.
Yeah.
That is true. It could be solo,
It was amazing. Thank you very much.
Something in Russian.
Давай.
Perfect.
The crowd is easily pleased there. Levi, indeed. For Liquid, I must say, I mean, we closed that chapter, sure, but they came second. This was a fresh roster. I don't think any Liquid fans should be worried about them being in top form and looking good going into the International 2019.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were going to get top 4, top 8. I think somewhere around that top 8 was even just sort of questionable coming in. Again, you have no idea what's going to happen with such a change.
And even when they initially started doing well, it's like, okay, well, teams are now start figuring them out. But no, even going into this last day, they took down VP, and they showed, we have a varied enough strategy and pool of heroes that we can still take down VP.
Yeah, we have fit right in.
Yeah.
He played with those guys before, like they were in some teams long time ago. They were even playing Dota 1 together, and it really does show. You don't have to practice way too much to just fit right into Liquid.
True. All right, guys. Final major of DPC Season 2 ended. Well, is about to end. Any highlights you wanna look back on? You wanna remind people of? Any highlights of this tournament, or perhaps a tournament of the season? This
tournament had so many. Like, we had the 7 golems.
Yeah,
one game that was just crazy. Now we had in one game so many highlights. We had the Roshan dying in 1 second to Spirits.
Yeah.
We had the clone winning the game for Liquid. What else happened in that game? There had to be more.
It was a lot of farming.
Also, Warlock getting an ultra kill.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Almost the Rampage.
Yeah.
We were very close.
We had Alliance qualifying for TI. Like that game 2 there, that to me is still the biggest moment of this tournament. Not taking anything away from Vici Gaming, who are amazing champions, but Alliance, that is, the whole year is about that the international.
Yeah, and as we said, TNC too, right? Same thing. Like, that's a team that came in here with a chance to prove that they belong in that top 12, just fully guarantee it. And they managed to do it too. A team that, of course, just talking about ROTK in the general, a team that has found their way, and now they seem to have the right guidance. And of course, always had the skill in the players, and they've refined themselves the same way too. So just a ton of exciting storylines from this major alone.
Yeah, we had OG locking in their TI slot as well by playing with Sarkska. Sarkska.
How is that not the best story?
I mean, he has one of the better smiles and infectious smiles after the end of a win. Would love to see him play more. He's going to coach again, but...
he proved that Boars did not defeat him.
Yeah. And also... a good story is the one of Fade, the top support player of this tournament. If I was to give an MVP vote, it would be to him. And he is with Renessa right now. Not right now, but he will be very soon.
I'll second that. The panel MVP can go to Fade.
Yes.
We consent?
Agreed. Yeah.
Okay. Definitely.
Do we clap? I think we have to clap. Yeah. Because that's how they nominated Miracle.
It's official.
So it makes sense that we have to give some over to Fade.
We don't have a cup to give, but, maybe a bottle.
Yeah, we have a lot of those. Lots of water.
Lots of water. Stay hydrated, guys, especially during a best of 5 like that. It was quite the run. Before we are going to hear from Fade, we need to wait a little bit, but it gives us time a little bit to reminisce. I think Vici Gaming...
Few. I was worried that it was going to come too soon.
No, I kind of they didn't drop a single series, and they were relaxing. How did they do that?
Hoping for getting 3rd or 4th place, according to RTK. Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, yeah, but you get on that stage. Come on. I don't think these guys are kind of relax, just chill out. No, upper bracket, all the way.
And you walk away with some great memories of this tournament. This is not, some small tournament in your backyard. This is one of the biggest international events ever. Epicenter has always put on an amazing show. It's such a great stage, great crowd.
And best of all, you get to go home for TI.
You do.
They've never had a year like that.
Yes.
That's pretty damn nice, isn't it?
They can drive to TI.
I wouldn't want to drive to TI. It seems like The roads in Shanghai are probably
We'll
about
drive
the same.
drive to the hotel where they'll be staying.
Oh, okay. But the roads again in Shanghai are probably the same as the road in Moscow. You could be stuck there for hours.
Yeah.
You can play Underlords in your past.
There you go.
Solution.
Wow. Beautiful. Well done.
How do we think that it's going to go for TI then? Because, or rather for the qualifiers, because that's going to be next.
Oh yeah, here we go.
You wanna just quickly touch on that topic?
I mean, who is even the favorite to win TI? Because the two best teams in the DPC, Secret and VP, are the teams that always fall short.
Yeah, and fellow, I mean, Secret fellow here, obviously. But no, we don't want to take too much stock out of that, of course. Being the last major, and again, teams not necessarily at top form. But no, is it going to be another open qualifier team like last year?
Yes.
OG, they did the long haul. What is the easiest region? That is the great debate.
EU
Is it,
right
I'm not sure if it's a debate.
Is it EU?
No,
South America
I don't think
still.
For qualifiers, yeah.
I mean, South America doesn't even have Infamous playing there now, but
That's true.
it's going to be some crazy qualifiers. Because I think EU not having any of these teams means it's wide open for anyone to win.
Pressure on TFT, I feel like. That's a team that's been like there the whole time. I always see them talking a lot, you know. They're our region's so hard.
Yeah.
There's so many top teams.
Well, now
is your chance to prove it.
Prove it. And you know what? People get to prove it super soon already because the qualifiers, the open qualifiers start in just a couple of days. So that's what we have to look forward to. We know the top 12. 6 more teams are going to join them. Am I saying that right? Yes?
Yep.
Totally. And unfortunately, Fade is too busy celebrating with his team.
He won't join us. Yeah.
Yes.
Understandable, definitely.
we're also getting intel. There's a new patch.
There is a new patch. All right, guys.
Now.
It has been an amazing time. Thank you so much for joining us for this awesome final major of the season. It has been an absolute blast for both me, for my colleagues, for people behind the camera, for people in production, in the crowd, everywhere. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, viewers, for joining us. But it has been a good run, and it is time to read some patch notes. So make sure you turn off the stream and read some patch note, and we see you for the TI qualifiers. Thank you. Good night.